I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, Governor Josh Shapiro will be in Turtle Creek this afternoon to announce a major investment. The governor's office says EOS Energy will move its headquarters from New Jersey to Pittsburgh and invest more than $350 million to expand its battery manufacturing operations in Allegheny County. It is estimated more than 700 new jobs will be created. In a major victory for student loan borrowers, the Trump administration has reached a court-supervised deal that speeds up debt relief and shields thousands from surprise tax bills next year. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The Trump administration has agreed to resume student loan forgiveness under two key income-driven repayment plans, a major reversal after pausing the program earlier this year. The decision comes as part of a legal settlement with the American Federation of Teachers, which sued the administration for blocking debt relief promised in original loan terms. Borrowers on the income contingent and pay-as-you-earn plans can now again qualify for cancellation, but both plans will be phased out by July 2028 under Trump's proposed loan overhaul. The deal also ensures borrowers won't face federal taxes on forgiven debt in 2025, even after a current tax exemption law expires this year. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Americans with employer-sponsored health insurance may see premium hikes next year that outpace inflation. Workers could pay 6 to 7% more for health plans next year. That's according to a survey from consulting firm Mercer. The study found several reasons for the jump, including costly treatments like GLP-1 weight loss drugs and an aging population that uses more medical services. The Kaiser Family Foundation estimates more than 164 million Americans have health coverage through their employers. State police are offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest in a 2020 homicide. In January of that year, a man was found dead in front of a running pickup on Fox Hill Road in Perry Township. 43-year-old Roger Grimm Jr. of Greene County was shot multiple times. He was last seen at Old Station Bar and Grill in Waynesburg. Anyone with information is asked to contact state police. A Beachview man who skipped his trial on assault charges is in the Allegheny County Jail. The sheriff's office says Daniel Simcox was charged after police say he confronted an acquaintance of his ex-girlfriend, slammed the victim to the floor, kicked him in the head and ribs, and threatened to kill him. Simcox was a no-show for a non-jury trial at the end of July, and he was arrested on Monday. Fatheads picked up the Brewery of the Year award earlier this month at the Great American Beer Festival in Denver. Fatheads also took home 5 medals from the beer festival, including 2 golds, one for its Battle Axe and the other for its Goggle Fogger beer. The brewery started on the south side back in 1992, but has since moved its headquarters to suburban Cleveland. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 20 points at 46,727. The NASDAQ is down 89 points, and the S&P is down 12. KDKA Sports, the Penguins are returning from a West Coast road trip to host Vancouver tonight at 7. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:03. 52 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold Shepley and Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet, and you need some help.
Check them out, ShepleyLaw.com.
I'm with Rocco Florio of AirPro Heating and Cooling, a trusted HVAC company that carries quality Bryant products and serves the entire Pittsburgh area. Rocco, what's up on prices for furnaces and air conditioning equipment?
Larry, it's best for people to purchase now, as equipment prices are going up in the coming months. AirPro takes pride in our prices. We are lower than the competition and provide financing options and long warranties.
Call AirPro Heating and Cooling today at 800-749-0642. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told? You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more. with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit foundationsoft.com. That's foundationsoft.com. Foundationsoft.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
Oh, what's up, Marty? Is we just have one holdout in the slow-go traffic from the morning rush hour proper, if you will, the Parkway West, of course. It is sluggish for you as you crest the top of the hill, and then you really get into the heavy traffic right around that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt Tunnel. A reminder for you during your overnights this week, bridge deck and barrier repair work will close the southbound 65 ramp to the Fort Duquesne Bridge, weather permitting. Allegheny Avenues, Ridge Avenues, and Reedsdale Streets ramps to the Fort Duquesne Bridge will also be closed as well when crews do their work from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. There will be a posted detour for you. Also watch for restrictions again tonight around bridge inspectors on the Fort Duquesne Bridge ramp to the 10th Street bypass and on the 10th Street bypass below that ramp. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser's Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car shopping with the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, the SUV built for every adventure, no matter how chilling the road ahead. Lease a 25 Crosstrek Premium, VIN number SH335562, for just $289 a month. These October savings won't last. Get the Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL. MSRP $30,161. 36-month lease with 10,000 miles per year, $1,099 due at signing, no security deposit required, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I was sitting there thinking about family secrets or things that make families uncomfortable. I was thinking about family members, in-laws, relatives that have alcohol problems and drug problems. You know what I'm saying? That no one ever talks about, ever. So they just die. No one gets them help. No one really intervenes because they're afraid to bring it up. Right? I mean, I think everybody has this, right? Money problems. Like, if you have family members that have money issues, no one really kind of talks about it, because we're afraid to. I mean, this happens in marriages. I know one of my boys sent me this note that him and his wife have separate bank accounts, which fine, and everybody makes choices, but what happens is they're supposed to put money in a joint checking account to kind of pay off their house and student loans and stuff for their kids, and she hasn't put money in it in 2 years. And he hates her for it, but he doesn't talk to her about it. No, I'm serious. I find it fascinating. In the old days, it's like in the old days, and no one believes this, but in the old days, man, my grandparents who came from Italy and Ireland, they had 2 beds, man, in their bedrooms, and that's the way it was. And when they had sex, the lights were out, man. And when they had sex, they were having sex to have a kid, and then they moved on. Didn't talk about it. Really never even saw each other naked. And it carried over into discussions with kids about sex and drugs and rock and roll. And it's just part of a culture that makes it difficult to communicate. And by the way, engage in an issue that your kid might be having, whether they're anorexic, you just notice they're not eating. You know what I'm saying? And some young girls that have bulimia, they go in the bathroom and they throw up for 3 years, and everybody kind of sort of knows it because their teeth start to get bad and they're really skinny, but no one wants to address it. It's horribly difficult and very stressful, and actually, so most people blow it off. I mean, you put on weight or your wife puts on weight, no one says a word, you just get fat, your clothes don't fit, you get depressed and anxious, you start drinking more. I'm not trying to paint this dark picture of the world we live in. I'm just suggesting that the fact is, if we find a way to talk about things, our flaws, our character flaws like mine, with my wife, she made it very clear that we're going to talk about this stuff or I'm not going to be around. And so we do. Without her, we wouldn't, because I grew up in, my mom was an Italian who loved me to death, but gave me the silent treatment whenever I stole cars and stuff, and that didn't work. It just didn't. She would shut down, I would shut down, and then it carried over into my marriage and created problems. My wife said, stop, we ain't doing that. It's very significant in families with mental illness. They notice dad acting very angry, right? Dad's just angry all the time. Or I have a relative who gets angry at night, sundowners. Have you heard this? I only learned this recently. Older, kind of dementia-related, and at night you get angry and scream and yell. But no one will talk to mom about it because they're afraid. So mom just screams and yells at night. Why am I suggesting that this is important right now? This situation in Atlanta, as soon as I saw this, it jumped off the page to me about a family that has a troubled family member and knows it and reached out to police when they realized there could be trouble, rather than just saying, it'll be fine. He's done this before. And they saved his life, and they saved other lives. And I want you to hear this. In the context of what I just said, I'm not lecturing you, man. I'm just saying this is pretty common in most relationships and most families, really common. And this family said, I'm going to try something different and save some lives. Big time. Listen to this story.
What are your reasons at the airport right now?
We want to?
Why are you at the airport?
I'm just here.
A body-worn camera shows the moment two Atlanta police officers approached Billy Joe Cagle at the airport's South Terminal Monday morning.
Billy?
Yes, ma'am.
Police were canvassing for Cagle after his family called 911 less than 30 minutes earlier.
We were alerted by family members that Mr. Cagle was en route to somewhere in the Atlanta area. They weren't sure. Ultimately, we found out it was the Atlanta airport, and that he had the intention to inflict harm to as many people as he could.
Put your hands behind your back.
Officers arrested Cagle in the terminal. He was unarmed at the time, but police say just outside in his truck, they found an AR-15 assault rifle and 27 rounds of ammunition. Surveillance video shows Cagle arriving in that vehicle at 9:29 in the morning.
Police say Cagle left his pickup truck with a loaded semi-automatic rifle inside. He then went inside of the departure area here at the airport to quote-unquote scout the location. They say he planned on returning back to his truck to get his semi-automatic rifle.
Inside the terminal, Cagle walked towards the security checkpoint and stayed there for a while before walking away.
And I do believe he was likely to use that weapon inside the crowded terminal that he had just seen. We did have a tragedy averted today.
Well, that takes your breath away. Scares the hell out of you. But I kind of sort of, rather than just talking about, oh my God, this could have happened, all these people could be dead, I thought it's kind of a teachable moment for all of us. Look, I always say this, and I mean this. It's that fear of the dark. When I was a kid, I was afraid of the dark. I used to think there was always something under the bed. No, really. And I used to think there was something in the closet. This is what happened. This is a true story. I had to serve Mass at Sacred Heart Church in the summer, and it was like, was it 6:45 Mass? I don't know, but it was dark as hell when I woke up, and I was afraid. I was scared to wake up. I was scared to go to ride my bike to the church by myself. So I would make this noise. I'm not exaggerating. I would do something like this. I was young, too, probably 13. I would make that kind of noise. I'm not exaggerating. And my mother, who's amazing, quite frankly, would wake up every morning and come in and comfort me so I'd feel better about getting up and going to church by myself in the dark on a bike. My father, my father came in and said, "My man, you need to shut the hell up and go to church and serve the Mass." And guess what? That's what I did. And I manned up. And I learned that lesson that when you're afraid of the dark, turn on the light, man. That's it. When you wonder what's in the closet, reach into the closet. If there's a problem under the bed, crawl under the bed. Man up. Step out. Do the right thing. Overcome your fears. Step out and save a life like your family's life. There are, it depends on the numbers, but there are 20 to 30 million severely mentally ill Americans, man. And their families can't get them help, and or they're afraid to talk about it. And then tragedy happens, whether it's a suicide because they're more of danger to themselves than someone else, or a mass shooting. And I counted last night, I've been at 15 mass shootings. I'm not kidding. And in 14 of them, the family said, "Oh, yeah, he was having problems." So why didn't they call prior? And what would you do? And what have you done in your family, in your life? 866-391-1020. Let's talk about it. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
You got it. All right. So all kinds of cars hitting the highways, and some of them are getting stuck in some delays on the Parkway West, Marty. No accidents or problems in your way. It's just heavy and slow go from the top of Green Tree Hill down to and through the Fort Pitt tunnels. It's the last remnant of the rush hour for the Tuesday morning commute, if you will. Very heavy traffic for you because of daylight construction zone lane restrictions. This is as you're traveling through Etna, especially near the intersection with Saxonburg Boulevard. Also kind of slow go from that point southbound through Etna toward the Mount Royal Boulevard intersection, and then past the intersection with Katanning Street. 28 is a good ride, no problems there. Same story with the Parkway North. Parkway East and bound just slow between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah with the elder law firm of Zachariah Brown. Every day I get a call from somebody because they have a loved one in the nursing home. They lost their house, they lost all their money, and they are in trouble, and that's when they call. Why do they call us? Because we can help. The better call to make, though, is to call ahead of time. As soon as you have a loved one going into a nursing facility, call us immediately, and we'll help take care of you. Zachariah Brown, 724-942-6200, or PittsburghElderLaw.com.
So, two things. My sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Fall in for some fantastic fall savings at Coons Market.
Fresh split chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. Honey Crisp apples, 99 cents a pound. And Totino's pizza rolls, 24.8-ounce packages, 2 for $7. Come see us at Coons.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
How many families like, that's just Uncle Billy speaking out. He had too many drinks. And in this social media world, and we've seen this with our social media, especially in the last couple months, real life threats. Like a guy said, if he sees me downtown, he's going to kill me. A couple different times he said that. Multitude of folks in Aliquippa came at me, like threatening to kill me, wanting me dead. And that's the world we live in, so you kind of blow that off. It's cool. It's just people blowing smoke or venting. This is what we do now on social media. We threaten to kill people, and we move on. Or the guy that was on social media live streaming, and he was coming to shoot me, and Kevin Krause and the sheriff had to intervene and stop him. So this is where we're at. But in Atlanta, what's fascinating about this particular story is this guy had been making these threats and said he wanted to hurt people. And his family said, that's a problem. And his family called police, and a half hour later, he was in the airport wandering around, and they find this AR-15 in his truck, and he was ready to kill people, as he had said. And there was one in the chamber, 26 rounds in the magazine. And you hear him saying, the cops are like, what are your reasons to be at the airport right now? And he's very nonchalant. And by the way, when I first saw the video, I was like, and I know Patrick probably reacted the same way, who the hell's this guy, right? I mean, who's this guy?
Exactly.
Right?
Very innocuous.
And just kind of wandering around the airport.
Yeah, could have been anybody.
And then the guy's like, what are your reasons for being here? The guy says, I got dropped off. Well, that was a lie. His truck was parked out front and had the loaded AR, and he was ready to go, and he had told his family he was going to hurt people.
Yep.
And so the cops said, put your hands behind your back. The guy says, give me my phone. It's family. And they confirmed his identity, and then they called his family. But I wanted to point this out because they praised his family for contacting them, and that their actions prevented a tragedy. And as we hear all the time from doctors, and I was texting with Congressman Murphy, who's also a doctor, that most folks in this kind of situation are more of a harm to themselves than other people. They just are. Most people. But when this happens in our lives, most of us blow it off. I can use a recent example of a couple that's having, an older couple, retired, never ever discussed money, ever. Nothing about money. And always lived a good life until they didn't. And now they're bankrupt and losing everything. And the wife never knew. And now she hates her husband and wants to blow him up. These are the secrets we keep. And by the way, it happens more than you would imagine. Because it's painful and it's frightening. And there are always those things about each other, whether it's your wife, your husband, or your kids, that you kind of sort of think, but you never sort of address. Right? Right? The elephant in the room stuff. And in this case, this family said, to hell with that. He's going to hurt himself or someone else. And they saved his life and other lives. And I think it's a lesson, a profile and courage to all of us. T, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, how you doing this morning?
Good, brother. Jump in here.
You know what? It's listening to the story about the guy in Atlanta, and even a couple weeks ago with the shootings up at the Ross Park Mall. The sad part is going to be is, the guy needs help, obviously.
It's true.
And fortunately, the family jumped in instead of just ignoring the elephant in the room.
True.
But now the key is what's going to happen from this point forward.
Well, this
is he going to be out?
This is a great point. Is he out in two?
Yeah.
Do they put him in a Western Psych-like situation, and he's out in 3 days? 302 him?
Yeah. Or as an attorney, get him off on a sum. I mean, it's just, all right, from this point forward, what's going to happen?
But hold on. Let's stop here for a second, because what you're saying is brilliant, by the way. So there's two ways to attack this, right? Serious intervention and serious help, which, as we know, is really hard to get in America these days, right? Or you throw him in jail. But for what? And for how long? What? How long are you going to... And then, my man, all you do is put a mentally ill guy in jail with the other 80% of the inmates that are mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? So what is the plan? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the hell you do. I don't know.
Right.
He could be out in 3 days. They could 302 him. He could be out in 3 days. It's true.
Right. Right.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, what laws did he actually break? That he has a gun in the truck. Maybe the gun wasn't licensed. Okay. But he didn't have the gun.
Maybe it was.
Right.
Right.
Right. What do they have him for? And he's got an attorney right now saying, what do you have my man for? What the hell did he do wrong? Huh?
Right.
So you're right, man. I don't know. I don't. But at least his family said, we love him. We got to stop this. You know what I mean?
Some people just bury their head in the sand and hey, they'll figure it out. But it's I know what the answer
but your
is.
point about the other shootings is spot on, brother. Those shootings happen every day because no one gives a crap about those kids. They're out there bouncing around like ping pong balls, man, with guns in their hands. Right.
And Marty, I was telling my friend about that story in Pittsburgh. I mean, we're at that mall often at times, but it's crazy. And he had so many priors. I'm like, what are we doing here?
14. He was in court in the morning. He had the same clothes on that he was in court. He went and stole a car, drove to the mall, and decided to kill all of his friends. It's true.
Yep.
16 years old.
Hey, good luck, my brother.
Thanks, my man. Great.
Good luck, my brother.
He cares. He gets it. It's a hell of a problem and a hell of a dilemma. And he raises a magnificently significant issue. What happens to this guy? It'd be interesting to see what happens. Because what can you do with him? I don't know. Mental health hospital for what? You have to prove, and I mean this, you have to prove they're an imminent danger to themselves and others, to keep them for an extended period. And what crime did he commit? Maybe he didn't have a permit on the firearm, maybe. But was he holding it? Was he using it? And a good attorney's going to say, I'm bouncing him. And then all of a sudden he's back on the couch at his parents' house and thinking, oh my, now what? What next? But at least for a moment, at least for a day, we have hope in the human condition that there are families that love their family members. There are law enforcement officers that can peacefully end a serious altercation. The cops handled it magnificently. Big time. Big time. At least for a moment, we can have some hope that these things can be cut off before someone dies, before a lot of people die. And hopefully this man gets the help he needs. But as that caller said, it's iffy at best. Because there's a line in front of him of people who are seriously, legitimately, major league mentally ill that can't get friggin' help.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with cherry berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit the 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
52 with cloudy skies at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. With AI data centers becoming the economic hope of the future, a Washington County site is being marketed as an ideal location. Here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
Zediker Station is roughly 1,500 acres near the junction of Interstate 79 and 70. Now owned by CNX, it has a voluminous supply of Marcellus Shale gas underneath.
The top three criteria for most data centers are power, power, and power.
That's Dan Adamski of JLL shopping the site to potential buyers. It comes on the heels of the AI and Energy Summit at CMU this past summer, where tens of billions of dollars have been pledged to Pennsylvania.
We can't provide specifics right now, but I do expect within the next 6 months you're going to hear some major announcements that are going to be considered as wins for our region.
The site is between two of the largest data centers in Virginia and Columbus, has 400 buildable acres, itself a rarity, and is close to brainpower from universities. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Highmark is going to offer nearly 2 million of its members a weight loss app next year at no cost. Details on that from News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
That app is called Noom, and a year-long subscription costs $209. Highmark announced the Noom partnership Monday, saying the app is a way for its customers to make lasting changes to their eating and exercise habits. Noom says it enables people to lose weight by harnessing psychological research. Highmark will fully cover Noom for members not on a Medicare Advantage plan who have a body mass index of 25 or greater. Nearly 74% of American adults are overweight or obese, a statistic the health insurer calls one of the nation's most urgent health challenges. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, at this hour, the Dow is up 151 points at 46,857. The Nasdaq down 75, and the S&P is down 6 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy J.K. spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. J.K. won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out. So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
How long have you had sharp pains in your heel or that burning sensation on the bottom of your feet? Do you want to lose weight and exercise but cannot because of foot, ankle, knee, or low back pain? Many people come to the Good Feet store and talk about these same issues. The Good Feet store has helped thousands of customers.
The pain in my foot was so bad I could not walk for any length of time. I walked in the Good Feet store in pain, and I walked out pain-free.
Good Feet arch supports fit in all your own shoes. Ladies, you can now be comfortable in your favorite high heels. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
No shots, no surgery, and no medication. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Come in for a free test walk today.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family. Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, what's up is it's not too tough as you're trying to head out the door. If you're just grabbing the keys to begin your commute, well, you just have some company in a couple of spots. One of them is the Parkway East inbound. It's a minor delay for you. Before those Squirrel Hill tunnels, the outbound ride toward the eastern suburbs, by comparison, pretty nice. 28 is moving well, as is the Parkway North, I-279, and we can include Route 65, Ohio River Boulevard in that as well. You might find some slow traffic on the city side of the Parkway East coming up toward the Fort Pitt Bridge. Also coming across from the Fort Duquesne Bridge over the Portal Bridge to that lower deck outbound. Everything's moving. We've checked it with the PennDOT cameras, just doing so slowly. Inbound, you have heavy traffic right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh, free dental, vision, and hearing clinic, October 24th and 25th at the Convention Center. Visit mompgh.org. Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh, free dental, vision, and hearing clinic for kids and adults, October 24th and 25th at the Convention Center. Doors open 6 a.m., free to everyone. Mission of Mercy Pittsburgh. Visit mompgh.org.
All right, here we go. It is a Tuesday, and man, we're going to have a great show. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 today, right here at KDK.
I want to do something cool here. I love when the big shots come home to the small town. I think it's the coolest thing about Pittsburgh. I find it amazing how, like, the movie stars like Michael Keaton, how they cling to this town so much. It makes a lot of sense. But a lot of people don't do that. They just walk away and they never come back and they don't understand what it meant to them. But Michael Keaton does. I love this idea, this Walk of Fame. I think it's really cool. The Strip is really cool. If you haven't been, you just got to go down and walk around. It's just cool. The housing, the development, the restaurants, the old versus the new, the young folks, the multicultural folks. The development is astounding. If you want to have hope about Pittsburgh, walk around the Strip, man. If you want to have despair, walk around downtown. It's actually fascinating. It's actually literally a tale of two cities separated by what? A couple blocks. It's bizarre. I mean, I was here when Donzi's was there. It was a dog. It was a couple clubs, a couple restaurants, a couple breakfast joints. Now it's the spot, man. Billions invested. And Keaton came back to acknowledge the greatness of this town, which I thought was magnificent. He's a big movie star, man. He didn't have to do that. And I wanted you to hear his, because most of us didn't hear this clip. This is what he had to say yesterday. Listen.
Thank you very, very much. This is ridiculously nice. It's another first. I've actually, speaking of first, I don't think I've had awards before, but I don't think I was ever played on by a tuba. There you go, that a boy. I don't think that's ever happened before. Thank you. Hi. Thanks a lot. This is so nice for everyone to be here. There's an old pal of mine. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for even showing up for this. This is just so nice of all these, and it's true what everyone says about these people. It is. I was just in New York City, and I was in a car driving with a cab driver, I think, or someone was taking me somewhere, and he said, everyone I know from Pittsburgh loves being from Pittsburgh. And it's true. Such a great place. Thanks for coming, everybody. You see some friends, my family, whom I love, and I'm more proud of them than even getting this. And my brother, Robert, came all the way from Florida. My brother Paul came all the way from California. George came from the rocks. It's down the river. It's like an effort. I don't want anyone to read this cloud coverage. Don't read too much into that now that it's been a beautiful day and here we are. I'm going to read some things and just tell you that, honestly, this is one of the greatest days of my life. And I love places like this, but I especially love this, my hometown. I love these immigrant cities. The entire country is a country of immigrants, and my own family looks like the UN, and I'm so proud of it. Look, there's nothing, I'm going to read some things. There's nothing like being recognized by your hometown, because it's the place that actually make you who you are, these places. And to be honored here, and boy, included among this inaugural group of honorees, people who have not just shaped Pittsburgh, but literally shaped the world. This is almost embarrassing. Almost. It's, you had to do it by age, huh? Man, honestly, when I listen to these accomplishments of these people, you know it, but then when you hear it right in front of you, it makes me even more proud and to be part of this group. It's just extraordinary. You know, I left here, even though you never really leave here, I left here with kind of a very rough idea, kind of a rough draft of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be. And the thing is, you know, it leaves with so many memories and so many experiences and so many characters that I knew over the years, that I've created characters based upon those people. But as I said, you know, this city, these experiences, they shape you. At least they shaped who I am. And you kind of carry it with you. So this star, I hope, when you, mostly kids, when you walk through here and they look down at this star of mine and the star of all these people, I hope they look up and they just wonder what's possible. This means the world to me. Peace. Thank you.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's really cool. He handled everything with such class and dignity, and he loves his town. You see him all over the place all the time. Manganiello, the same way. I'm not judging his capabilities as an actor, but he ain't no Michael Keaton. He's cool, though. Charming, loves Pittsburgh. Right? Cuban. All he talks about. And I like to drop his name because he's my friend, but I've been blessed enough to be around him. He loves his town. He comes in here, goes to baseball games. He has lunch with his buddies. One of his buddies is a big shot over at Bakery Square, one of the developers, and they have lunch and hang out. And he goes to a Pirate game. One of his old buddies is Stu. He was a salesman here. Wonderful man. I call him Stu Raldo. They hang out. They go to lunch. He loves Pittsburgh. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me was coming back here from Dallas and L.A. Changed my life and actually saved my life. And When I see people like Michael Keaton returning home, it means a lot because it says it's a hell of a town. And it leaves a tattoo on your soul that you never forget, ever. Up next, the guy that actually came up with this whole idea, this walk of fame. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is some slow traffic for you on both sides of the Fort Pitt tunnels. So no accidents in your way, just heavy traffic getting up onto the outbound bridge deck, coming across from the Portal Bridge or even from the Parkway East in the bathtub section of 376 there. Parkway West on the inbound ride is slow for you most of the way down the front side of Green Tree Hill. It keeps fluctuating, but you do have some heavy traffic as you travel there. Parkway East inbound, just a minor delay at the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Just a reminder for you, you could have some daylight restrictions as you see crews working on I-79 in both directions near the interchange with Route 910, the Wexford interchange, some shoulder restrictions there. They're also doing some pile driving during the daylight hours during the week, and then overnights you'll find that southbound 79 is reduced to a single lane of traffic near that interchange 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. through Wednesday. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual-eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs PPO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Full Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
Most transactions, relationships, engagements with a lawyer is transactional, right? Business dealings, divorce, taxes, whatever ends, criminal case, whatever ends up being. Not with Julian Gray. He has become, his law firm has become an integral part of our family. My wife, her parents are struggling in Florida. Julian Gray's social workers did amazing things to help them in Florida. My sister is struggling with pancreatic cancer and wants an estate plan, and she's talking to him right now. He spent a month on estate plan for myself and my wife, GrayAutoLawn.com. They're amazing. The way they handle you like family is kind of why I'm telling you this story about how it's affected my family's life and how it's become more than transactional. It's made a massive difference in our lives. GrayAutoLawn.com. 412-458-6000, 412-458-6000.
Planning your next family getaway? Before you click a book on one of those big travel sites, think about this. They add up to 15% in fees. That's money that could go towards dinners out, souvenirs, and another day of fun. At SWAC Vacation Rentals, we believe your money is for your vacation. By booking directly at swacvacations.com, you save that money for what really matters. The price you see is the price you pay. Find your perfect spot and keep the savings. That's SWAC, S-W-A-C-K, vacations.com.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team, discussing comfort foods, casseroles, and favorite Halloween candy. It's the Coons Cooking Hour presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Dawn from Oregon asks, my investment accounts have grown steadily the last few years, and I'm wondering when is a good time to harvest the profits. I'm worried that a correction is coming, and I want to lock in some of the profits that I've made. Dawn, if you're telling me your account allocations are way out of whack and you need to rebalance, then fine. That's a good move. But if you're saying you want to sell for the sake of selling or time the market, then no, I'm not on board with that. I'd stick to your game plan and your allocation and keep that money invested for the long haul.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Want to kind of point out how this town is just so cool about helping make a difference. My friend Bill Artman, who's the chairman of Giant Eagle, called and said, I have a couple hundred turkeys. You want to give them away? And I asked people if you want turkeys to just let us know, because he's cool and it's just a wonderful gesture. And I got a note here. We're giving 25 to Bethel Episcopal Church, First Ebenezer Baptist in the Hill District. I think we're giving them 50. We're giving away another 100 to a couple food banks. My man, Pastor Hogan, will distribute to his parish in the Rocks, and there's 200 turkeys. But if you need turkeys, we will come up with more turkeys. So email me, getmarty@kdkradio.com, getmarty@kdkradio.com. It's my pleasure to be able to facilitate that kindness from and by Giant Eagle and my friend Bill Artman. I got to give some love to my boy, Jim. In politics in this town for how many decades, man? How many decades have you been talking crap? How long?
Since I was a young kid, which is 4 or 5 decades.
So people listen to your crap for almost 50 years.
Oh yeah, but the greatest, hey Marty, the greatest thing I ever did is I remained relevant. How many guys can say that?
Well, I don't know how relevant you are. Jim Ellenbogen, my man, come on, man, let's give some love here. Whose idea was this Walk of Fame? Whose idea?
Well, there's a lot to tell you. It was my idea. I actually proposed it in council back in 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
Kind of lay it out for me how that went down. This is actually fascinating when he told me this. Go ahead, Jimbo.
Well, I had put together a proposal that at the time I wanted the courtyard, I wanted to do it in there, and I had envisioned kiosks where it would tell the history to people, and there'd be like bricks honoring certain people.
Nice.
The difference in my proposal was because it was a government proposal, I was afraid it was going to become political. And the thing that inspired me was Dr. Salk, who my mom worked for.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. That's what kind of inspired me to do this whole thing. But I I was afraid it was going to become political, so I had put a caveat in there that you had to be dead for 5 years.
No, that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but because I didn't want them, because at the time I knew what these guys were going to do. They were going to put stars in there for themselves.
That's hilarious.
I just felt if they're gone for 5 years, though, that's the better idea. But after listening to Michael Keaton, who incidentally, actually his family belonged to the same church that my grandfather and his friends actually built, St. Malachy's.
Nice.
And that's an argument for, because he gave a great speech for continuing this, so kudos to him.
It's a
and
hell
his
of a thing,
family.
and it took this long for it to come to fruition.
Yeah, what had happened at the time was we were in a monster budget crisis. The previous administration had put us in a situation where we couldn't even get the grass cut at the wave pool. It was a nightmare. So, you know, in deference to the chief executive and stuff, his focus and all our focus got turned to how are we going to solve this budget crisis.
But I'll tell you what, though, Jim, you must feel good about this, though, man. This is kind of cool, right?
I am just really happy because this was something that I had dreamed about years ago. And actually, the fact that it took a nonprofit and that it's in the Strip and stuff, it actually made my proposal so much better. So I'm very heartwarmed, and I'm thankful to the people that had the fortitude to continue this and make this something really wonderful for the city.
My man, Jim Ellenbogen, I love that you did it. I love that you brought it up. I called BS yesterday on him. I said, you're full of crap. And then he sent me the proof, and I said, okay, I am too. I love that you did it. I love that you care. And I'm kind of hacked off that they didn't realize it, acknowledge it, or invite you. They didn't want you anywhere around there, did they?
Well, you know what? Politically, I'm not the greatest guy in the room because I have this problem where it goes right from my head to my mouth.
Or somewhere else. Or it comes out another opening.
Okay,
Jim,
well, I'll let you be the one to say that.
You are my man. The guy that came up with the original idea for the Walk of Fame. Got to give credit where credit's due. Thanks, brother.
All right, love you. See ya.
He's my man. Cracks me up. You know why? Because he's so real. He's so Pittsburgh. And he did. That was his idea, 2012. Good for him. Glad that it came to fruition. Michael Keaton was amazing.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com. Mark your calendars for KDKA WPIAL Selection Saturday. Presented by Penn West University at 1 o'clock. Listen right here on the flagship station of the WPIAL. Who's in and who's out of the playoffs for high school football. KDKA Radio is the only place you can find out first. Saturday at 1. High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Experience, leadership, equity, and integrity represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves all Allegheny County citizens. Paul Martino here, supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's proven commitment to be active in all Allegheny County communities and bring downtown services to those areas demonstrate why he's a sheriff for all Allegheny County citizens. Join me in voting to re-elect Sheriff Kevin Krause.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for Sheriff.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Hey, it's Marty. Look, folks, you know fall is the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before this weather turns cold, and it will. If your windows are old and drafty, inefficient, you need new ones, come on, folks. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit, 0% financing for 3 years. That is amazing. And you get $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
52, mostly cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Governor Josh Shapiro will be in Turtle Creek this afternoon to announce a major investment. The governor's office says EOS Energy will move its headquarters from New Jersey to Pittsburgh and invest more than $350 million to expand its battery manufacturing operations in Allegheny County. It is estimated more than 700 new jobs will be created. The two people killed Monday afternoon in Indiana County after being hit by an Indigo bus as they were crossing the road have been identified. 68-year-old Ronald Mabon and 39-year-old Christina Perez were struck around 2 p.m. as they were crossing at the intersection of Philadelphia and 7th Streets. This is the second fatal pedestrian incident on Philadelphia in the past 7 months. One person died, another was injured after being hit by a delivery truck in March. A man accused of beating two people with a baseball bat last week at a Westmoreland County convenience store has been arrested. State police say this happened on Thursday at Get Go on Route 22 in Salem Township. One of the two victims said ex-boyfriend Reno Roberts confronted and punched the pair before hitting them with the bat, apparently enraged about their new relationship. Roberts was arraigned and denied bail. A pardoned Capitol rioter was arrested Sunday, accused of threatening to kill House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Christopher Moynihan allegedly said in text messages he planned to eliminate Jeffries when he spoke at the Economic Club of New York on Monday. It is the latest revelation of violent messages targeting political opponents. In Virginia, Democratic Attorney General candidate Jay Jones is under pressure to drop out of his race after a text saying former Virginia House Speaker Todd Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Police say a man arrested at Atlanta's airport on Monday morning was planning to shoot the place up. His arrest recorded on an officer's body camera. Billy Joe Cagle's family told authorities he made the threat during a live stream on social media. When police searched his truck, they found an AR-15 with 27 rounds of ammo. Cagle is facing charges of terroristic threats, attempted aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm by a felon. In a major win for student loan borrowers, the Trump administration has agreed to fast-track debt relief and protect thousands from surprise tax bills. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The Trump administration will resume student loan forgiveness for millions after reaching a legal deal with the American Federation of Teachers. The agreement reinstates debt relief under 2 income-driven repayment plans, income contingent repayment and pay-as-you-earn, which had been partially blocked earlier this year. Both plans remain in place for now, but are set to phase out by July 2028 under Trump's proposed loan reform. The administration also clarified that borrowers receiving forgiveness in 2025 won't face federal taxes on that relief, despite a tax exemption law set to expire in December. It's a major shift for borrowers and a win for the 1.8 million member teachers union that took the case to court. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is up 363 points at 47,069. The Nasdaq is down 34 points. The S&P is now up 9. In KDKA Sports, the Penguins are returning from a West Coast road trip to host Vancouver tonight at 7. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:04. It's 52 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Oh, that's the power of thousand.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car buying with the 2025 Subaru Impreza, the compact car that's big on confidence and easy on the wallet. Lease a 25 Impreza base, VIN S8327718 for just $199 a month for 36 months with $2,299 due at signing with 10,000 miles per year. These October savings won't last. Get to Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL, MSRP $26,971. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc via 477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st.
Oh, that's the power of
BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Well, the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we are seeing rain showers move through the area, and sometimes you're getting a pretty heavy burst of rain. So, as we all know, that could certainly make things slow as you're headed out and about as we try to cruise toward the midday point here on the Tuesday morning commute. Still leftovers from the early morning ride. The Parkway West inbound is still sluggish at times from the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp to the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Behind the Liberty tunnels, just traffic light delays there. Reports of an accident on the north side, this on Federal Street at South Commons, so watch for crews headed to the scene at that point. Parkways north and east are moving along nicely. No major problems right now. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will bring clouds and some sun. We'll have a couple of thunder showers as well, with gusty winds that can accompany any downpour. High about 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I've devoted my life to this moment. The moment when you need me most. I realize you didn't plan for this, but I did. I've been here many times before, and I'm ready now. I know you don't want to be here, but here, now, is where you need to be. In the hands of the Heart Team, St. Clair Health. Healing lives here.
Hey, folks, Marty here. CCAC rocks. They're the best, from training for careers in skilled trades to programs in robotics, cybersecurity, aviation, culinary arts, business management, and more. CCAC has it all. Folks, it's the real deal with expert instructors, industry-grade equipment, high-tech learning spaces, and more. Want a future with little debt? Campus open house events, virtual information sessions, on-site tours. CCAC.edu, CCAC.edu.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I have spent so much time with Jim Klingensmith. He's going to move into our house because we talk so much about crime and juvenile crime and being proactive and victims of crimes. And then he sends me this letter, which kind of hacked me off. Because what it does is it sends a letter to a victim of a crime without them allowing to appear in court or have any feedback or anything to say about getting ripped off and screwed by the system, by the process, and by the friggin' juveniles who've decided to do whatever the hell they want because we don't care, because we won't punish them. Jim Klingensmith kind of defines it, doesn't it? It's kind of where we're at, isn't it, brother?
Yeah, it is. This is absolutely unacceptable behavior from a court of common pleas.
Do us all a favor. Do the autopsy on this, because people will understand why I'm hacked off about this and why you should be and why you sent me this, because this makes a lot of sense. Go ahead.
On this sheet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids on this sheet. So we'll just refer to this list as it is. These are the ones who did the armed robbery, the Kia crew, carjacked the vehicle, shot up the front of the business, destroyed the front of his business, shot up the inside of his store, stole 60 guns, went and crashed up a couple Kias, and their juvenile crime wave are completely given a free pass to run wild. The courts will not incarcerate them. They never hold them as an Act 33, and they actually hold these cases in court cases hidden from the victims and the cops. The victims are not receiving subpoenas. The cops are not receiving subpoenas.
It's bizarre.
They're not,
Come on, man.
They're not
Hold on for a
receiving
second,
any.
Jimbo, just so people understand. This is the Allegheny Arms and Gun Works. And for background purposes, these kids, we're showing the video right now, kind of describe how this robbery went down and how significant it was.
So they shoot up the glass, rip it out, shoot the place up. The one kid could barely see over the counter. They're carrying out 60 guns.
60?
All these cases have only one case that he is aware of as a victim was adjudicated that he was aware of.
Right.
He was a 12-year-old, and he was deemed...
Hold on, 12-year-old.
12.
Still wearing diapers.
Pretty much.
12 years old. 12 years old. Seriously?
Yeah, so they said since he's 12, yeah, he don't know what he's doing since he's 12.
12? And you're serious, though? He couldn't see over the gun case. He's that short.
Yeah, look at the video. I mean,
at him.
he looks like that like cartoon where they look up over the wall.
He looks like one of the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz.
It's unbelievable.
That kid right there in the video right there, he's 12.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, he should be home watching SpongeBob.
Right. And this is probably his third armed robbery.
No, come on. Third.
Yeah, so he was hit once, 2 attempts, busted the place up a little bit on the one attempt. But this case here is the one that, is really bugging him because he's being treated like a victim over and over and over again by the courts. They won't talk to him. They don't tell him when the cases are. They won't discuss any information about the kids. They won't tell him anything. They lie and they deny.
Well, kind of to prove Jim's point, he's spot on here. They send the owner of the gun store a letter. Dear Bruce, you're receiving the notification. Update at your request. It's your right outlined within the Victim's Bill of Rights. So then they lay out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 juveniles and what's happened to them. And he had no say in any of the hearings, no say in any of the process, no say in nothing. Nothing, right?
Nothing. So this is the first official document he has received from the juvenile court system on his cases. They don't want anything to do with the victims. All they care about is getting them criminals back out onto the street to the little, don't be a criminal class. That's their motive. So let's go through. Number one, the top.
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. Has a probation review hearing from Spurgeon, a review hearing. So that means that kid was adjudicated and sent to a probe.
Yep.
And they're going to review his probation. They're going to review his probation. As long as he didn't shoot nobody this morning, he'll be out by lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one has a consent decree review hearing before Judge Spurgeon on the same day.
Yeah.
Once again, this was adjudicated without the victim's insight or knowledge of any situation in this case, and it's already been determined. They won't tell them the results. And like I said before this case started, that's how they hide behind the courts. They wear the victims out and the cops out, and they hide the information, and they hide the court case, and they secretly do their little court hearing without the victims, cops, evidence, and anything, and they let them go. And then now, since he's been writing letters, calling judges, calling DAs, I mean, he's wrote several letters to judges and different people, and that was about a week ago, and now he got this letter. So I have never seen a letter like this. Let's go on. We got more of these little...
Yeah.
So, number 3 guy, another consent decree. Okay? this one before the world-famous Kia gang leaders, Judge Sizemore, the one who controls all those kids that she lets out, keep doing crime, mass shootings, stuff. That's our judge. And we got another guy. He has a commitment review hearing. So he was sent to probably CIS or, don't be a criminal class, and he's got to review, make sure he didn't shoot nobody while he's in class. The other one has another commitment review hearing before Judge Spurgeon on the same day. Another case that went through the system without a victim or cop or evidence input. No restitution opportunity.
Nothing. No trial, no jury, no nothing, no punishment, nothing.
Nothing. They walk out of there. They get their ankle bracelet taken off.
They do.
And then they steal a car, get a gun, and go to Ross and shoot their friends.
True. Which, by the way, is what one of these kids did, by the way.
And the list of names is enormous.
Yeah, it is.
They work extra hard to make sure that these kids are in their programs and not on the streets. Okay? They do not believe that these kids should be incarcerated for any reason.
No, none of them are.
Judge,
none of them are.
As in, he politicized it.
Can you hang?
Yes, sir.
It's a never-ending nightmare. And I have no idea how the hell we get out of this one. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They should all be convicted felons that are out on the streets right now. I mean, they stole 60 guns from a gun store. The kid was 12. You should see him. Think about a 12-year-old. It's his third robbery. Wow. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we're getting reports of a vehicle fire. This in the 500 block of Burks Drive in Robinson Township, so watch out for crews who are headed to the scene there. We also have an accident, this in West Deer Township in the 700 block of Little Deer Creek Valley Road, so that could definitely cause some slowdowns for you there. Crews still working with an earlier accident on the north side at Federal Street at South Commons. Parkway West on the inbound ride is a little bit slow for you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before you fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. The other parkways and major arteries into and out of downtown are rolling well. Of course, we do have some rain showers moving through the area, so you'll want to factor that and possible slowdowns into your travel times. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third-generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old-school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed.
Perry Calder Law Firm, the best in the business. 412-281-4200.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin. at 2D Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment. They use it there. 2D Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Why would you ask a financial advisor permission to spend your own retirement money? There's something wrong with this system. Tune in for a different kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler. Now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So you have a letter sent to a guy who owns a gun store where they stole 60 guns from him. One of the kids was 12, and the letter pretty much says, this is what we did with all the juvenile felons that robbed you blind. And to be honest, you're wondering how this happens. Like, how the hell does a 12-year-old end up? The video's insane. We're watching on the stream right now. It's insane. Trevin, can you see it? You got to see this kid. He's 12 years old, man. Patrick's right. Patrick, he cannot see above the gun case.
No, his head is not above the counter. In fact, he's swinging a hammer or whatever, like dead level with the front of the glass.
Until you pointed it out that he was 12, I didn't even see him in the store. He's that little. He's a little kid. And so he ends up in front of a judge with a multitude of priors, Jim. 12 years old, already done. He's done, isn't he, sir?
He don't have a chance.
No shot.
Not a shot. He was released right back where he came from. He went right back to the neighborhood, jumped in a car with his brother, and did another armed robbery. That's how it works. And then he gets out, and he's involved in some other things. And he gets out. You know, he's on the incompetent to stand trial because he's 12 and he don't understand.
Hold on. Let me back up on that because he's not wrong. So what happens is they have these hearings, and the judges are empathetic and sympathetic, and I get it. He's 12 years old, but he says that you're not competent to stand trial. And the essence of that argument, Jim, is that they can't understand what they're doing, right? Right?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
And so they head back to the streets and start over again. No plan.
These are organized plan hits.
Yep.
Organized.
I'm stealing my sister's Girl Scout cookies at 12 and delivering papers and serving Mass at Sacred Heart Church. My man is a full-fledged professional robber at 12. Wow.
At 12.
And is this the case where the cops went to the house and asked the kid for the guns back and he said, screw you, I'll give you half?
Oh, that was the other gun store they robbed up in West. Yeah, they smashed 2 stolen Kia cars up. Some poor old ladies lost their Kias, totaled, broke into the place, stole some guns, crashed them all up. They caught 2 of them and went to the other one's house later and asked for some of the guns back. And that's a fact. They went there, surrounded the house, and requested the guns, and the kid walked out with half of them and shut the door.
Wow.
Who's running the game here, buddy?
Wow. And there's no recourse. Why you're so hacked off in the gun store owner is he has no input here, no say so. It's adjudicated without him having anything to say in any of this, sir. Right?
It took him to fire off 5 or 6 letters to people in the courts and the district attorneys just to get this. This is the only thing he's gotten. It's an after-action report basically saying you're not invited to play. And this isn't a subpoena. This is just informing him what they did and what's currently coming up. And there's more of these kids coming, too. And all the other gun stores are pretty much done and exhausted and, like, it's cost too much money. We've already lost a fortune in guns and everything else. We can't get nothing back, can't turn it into insurance. One guy sold out of the business.
Oh, did
he? So they want something to do with the courts.
So does that woman does she still sleep in her gun store every night?
Oh, yeah, they moved into that house.
No.
Yeah, they moved in. Yeah, I got news for these clowns. If they start hitting gun stores again, good luck. Good luck. So these judges.
So this couple, they got so disgusted about being robbed and lack of law enforcement, I mean, the judges making any difference here, that they now live in the gun store in case somebody breaks in.
Yes. Somebody is there 24/7.
And if somebody breaks in with a gun, they could end up shooting and killing a juvenile, and then the world will turn on them and say, you killed a 12-year-old kid with a shotgun in his hand, right?
Exactly.
No, really.
That's
right?
going to happen.
Right, it will.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll be the bad guys. There'll be protests and let's burn them down and send them to prison kind of stuff going on.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you got a hard-working couple who's watching everybody else lose their businesses, lose their cars, lose insurance rates. We're up to almost $800,000 in accumulated damages between buildings, guns, vehicles, law enforcement vehicles. They smashed 2 police cars when they hit big buck stores. They smashed them and ran them.
Wow. 800,000, brother.
Yeah, the total accumulated cost of everything going on. Jesus. I know guys who redesigned the front of their buildings with like $80,000, $90,000 to try to protect their stuff. And the problem is there's no stoppage in sight. Because if you take a 12-year-old and then deem him incompetent to stand trial for the rest of his life, when does he get a chance to go to court?
And how old's the kid that I'm seeing on the video right now? It looks like he's shooting into the gun store. What was he doing? What was that deal?
I think he was like 15. Yeah, the oldest one of that crew was 15.
What was he shooting in the gun store for? What was he trying to do?
He put extra reinforced glass from the time that they tried to hit him a couple months before.
Wow.
$30,000 worth, so they couldn't get in. So they shoot the place up, blow a bunch of holes in it, and they drive a bar in there and start ripping it back. Oh. And then they got in and kept shooting for some reason. I don't know, maybe nervous or just stupidity.
Did he hit one of his friends?
That was one of the other robberies up in Butler.
Come on, stop.
Or Mercer. That was Mercer County. Same MO. They tried to wreck into the building, but they couldn't reach it. Shot the place up, and then he accidentally shot his buddy in the middle of the robbery.
Sure,
and that just happens to be the guy that's on Judge Sizemore's Kia gang list, who was arrested in Mercer, detained for the crime, sentenced, released, and Judge Sizemore sent him out on 3 or 4 robberies that she was aware of. He comes home, hooks up with the Kia boys down in McKees Rocks, drives to East Liberty by getting a stolen car and shoving an assault rifle in some poor innocent lady's face, steals her car, drives to East Liberty, and shoots 4 people.
Oh, so he's a mass shooter, too.
5 days later, there's a high-speed pursuit. He crashes another stolen vehicle and 2 more guns and the assault rifle he shoved in that lady's face. And he just had his 16th birthday.
Good for him. Jim Klingensmith, your efforts are heroic, and they're becoming noticeably impressionable to thousands of people who are giving us feedback. So we're not going to stop till this changes. Thanks, my man.
Yes, sir.
A lot more to this onion that we will produce more information as this evolves. It's amazing stuff, too.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20. And we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told. You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit FoundationSoft.com. That's FoundationSoft.com. FoundationSoft.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 51 with light rain at Pittsburgh International. It's 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. 2 state senators are pushing for a new tax on online adult content providers. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has details.
Democrat Marty Flynn and Republican Joe Picozzi are proposing a 10% tax on subscriptions to online adult content platforms. It would also apply to one-time purchases made on such a site. Flynn and Picozzi argue the new tax, on top of Pennsylvania's 6% sales tax, would guarantee that sites selling adult content are paying their fair share to the Commonwealth. The memorandum says it mirrors what they're doing in other jurisdictions regarding the modernization of the tax code so online businesses are treated appropriately. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Americans with employer-sponsored health insurance may see premium hikes next year that outpace inflation. Workers could pay 6 to 7% more for health plans next year. That's according to a survey from consulting firm Mercer. The study found several reasons for the jump, including costly treatments like GLP-1 weight loss drugs or an aging population that uses more medical services. Dozens of Slippery Rock University students have been cited for underage drinking in 1 month's time. Reports indicate university and state police have cited 65 people on campus and at nearby apartments with underage drinking in September. In response, Slippery Rock University police are adding patrols and now carry breathalyzers to cut testing and transport times. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 366 points at 47,073. The NASDAQ is down 28 points, and the S&P is ahead 8. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:31. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
What's up, guys? It's Jonnu Smith. I'm so excited to be in Pittsburgh. Everyone has been so friendly, especially my guys at Memorial Highway Chevrolet in West Mifflin. When I first got to Pittsburgh, I knew I needed a new ride. My man Andre Palmer hooked me up with the brand new Chevy Silverado. The entire experience with the team at Memorial Highway Chevrolet was first class. These guys are total pros. They gave me a full tour of their all-new dealership in West Mifflin, and I gotta tell you, there's something there for everyone. The new Chevys are awesome, but they also have a full used vehicle lineup. Picture yourself rolling down the parkway in a new car, truck, or SUV from Memorial Highway Chevrolet in West Mifflin. Check out their full lineup at memorialdeals.com. I'm Jonnu Smith, and I'm giving Memorial Highway Chevrolet 2 thumbs up. Memorial Highway Chevrolet, they're always dealing.
It's Chevy Truck Month all September long at Memorial Highway Chevrolet. Check out our full inventory of Colorados and Silverados at memorialdeals.com or stop by our dealership at 2430 Lebanon Church Road in West Mifflin.
Have you been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer? You may qualify for a clinical trial studying an investigational therapy designed to activate your immune system to fight cancer throughout the body. If your prostate cancer has spread and you've received prior hormone therapy, you may be eligible. Take the next step in your fight. Visit Legion100trial.com to learn more or call 1-888-636-5344. That's Legion100trial.com or 1-888-636-5344.
So, Carlos is my man with Greater Pitt Tree Service. This is the kind of work they do. Woman with a beautiful home in Squirrel Hill sends me this note just yesterday. Marty, Greater Pitt Tree Service, working hard at my house, making my trees look pretty. Not sure, but at least 6 trucks showed up, and I said, guys, I have 3 trees, not a forest. It's that kind of company. It's that kind of service. It's that kind of work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
So why will your kitchen from Petite be different?
You know, Barry, people get the help they need to visualize the kitchen of their dreams.
What kind of help?
Design help. Interior design help. And Petite eliminates the nightmare of remodeling for a surprisingly great price.
That's right. No more worries about how, when, or what happens if something goes wrong.
Our installation department eliminates the worries and makes sure the project goes smooth as silk.
It really is from custom creation to expert installation. You get the kitchen of your dreams without the worry.
That's it. A quality new kitchen with some features that you won't find anywhere else and the expertise to make it happen.
Call Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center today at 412-279-2222.
That's 412-279-2222.
Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is wet weather always makes the traffic slower as you travel through the Pittsburgh area, of course. So the Parkway West is certainly not immune from delays. The inbound ride has sluggish traffic as you crest the top of the hill and then very slow go all the way down to and through the Fort Pitt tunnels. We've had sluggish traffic getting up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge headed for the Fort Pitt tunnels, the western suburbs, and out toward Pittsburgh International. You'll find some slow go traffic, especially coming from the Portal Bridge and Fort Duquesne Bridge area right now. No accidents on the Parkway East, but inbound you have slowdowns between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Outbound, a little bit of a delay there, too. 28 southbound has some slow-go traffic right around the 31st Street Bridge. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At the Pyatt family of companies, they're led by a passionate vision for the vibrant future that Pittsburgh deserves. From South Point to downtown to Esplanade, they bring bold, ambitious projects to life. That's why Pyatt Companies, Pyatt Sotheby's International Realty, Pyatt Hotel Group, and UFC Gym Pittsburgh proudly congratulate CEO Lucas Pyatt on receiving the Hometown Heroes Lifetime Achievement Visionary Award for his years of leadership. Learn more at Pyatt.com.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
All right, here we go. It is a Tuesday, and man, we're going to have a great show. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6 today, right here, KDKA.
Matt Smith has been someone who has delivered from the time he was a state leader. Now he is out there making waves and making a difference in this community. I love him. I see him once in a while, and I love the fact that he's always positive and always talking about change and growth. And I wanted to snag him this morning because this EOS energy deal is massive. And what I want to suggest is these communities that think they're dying really aren't, if they hang in there and opportunities are created. Matt, good morning, my man. How are you? Can we hear him? No, we can't. Matt, can we hear you? I see his lips moving. Is he cool on your end? No? Hold on one second, Matt. It's all right. He looks good, though, which is really all that matters. Hey, Matt, let's try this again. Call on the phone, Matt. This isn't working. 866-391-1020, Matt. 866-391-1020. Try on the phone. It happens sometimes. The truth of the matter is that the governor is announcing this big initiative, $350 million initiative in Pennsylvania, and right here in Turtle Creek. This energy company, EOS, is right smack dab in the middle of it. Is he calling? 866-391-1020. Call us, Matt. Let me try this again. Oh, there he goes. And the fact of the matter is that it creates great opportunity in a community that deserves it and needs it. And I wanted Matt to talk. Hey, Matt, what's up?
Hey, Marty, how are you?
That's better. No, that sounds even worse. Wow.
Can you hear me now?
Now, Matt, we're cool. Wow. Technology. Matt is the Chief Growth Officer with Allegheny Conference. What this energy company is doing that you're here to talk about is they're creating great opportunity here. Talk about it, please, Matt. Hello. What are we doing, Matt? Folks, it's one of those days. I'm thinking at some point it's going to work. Matt, let's try this again. You there?
Hey, Marty, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Matt Smith, Chief Growth Officer, Allegheny Conference. Talk about this wonderful opportunity with this energy company, please, sir.
Yeah, Marty, you hit the nail on the head. This is really a transformative announcement right in our region. It's over $350 million in capital investment, and it will result in the retention and creation of 1,000 jobs.
Wow.
And that's really the game we're playing now as a region. We're shooting for these big transformative projects that move the needle for the region, and this is just another example of a big investment in this region going to that point.
Well, my man, the truth is when we hear about Turtle Creek, we hear, oh, they're hurting. Oh, no jobs. Oh, horrible infrastructure. This is not that, is it, sir? Talk about the specifics of this deal and the opportunity and the hope created.
Yeah, no, this is a deal that goes right to the heart of the region's value proposition. We've talked about this before. It goes to the notion that we are sitting as a region at the nexus of energy, manufacturing, and innovation. And this is a project and an expansion that goes to all those points. You see the manufacturing end with the manufacturing new state-of-the-art facility in Allegheny County. You have an announcement of EOS moving their headquarters from New Jersey to Nova Place. And so you have that element to it. And then you also have the creation of a software hub at Nova Place. And that goes to the strong foundation in Tier 1 universities that we have here, like Carnegie Mellon University, which is a really critical element to this announcement. And so you put all those ingredients together, and the Pittsburgh region has a value prop for companies like EOS and other companies that want to bring world-changing products to market. We have a value proposition unlike any market in the country, and that's why we're competing for these projects now, and we're winning these projects now.
Hey, Matt, this is Matt Smith, Chief Growth Officer, Allegheny Conference. Hey, Matt, kind of describe the job opportunities that will be available, sir.
Yeah, and it really is a range of job opportunities. You have folks who will be doing software innovation, software engineering at the Innovation Hub. You have folks who will be doing autonomous robotics and things like that on the shop floor. And then you have folks who are going to be bringing this products to life. And so EOS is like a lot of great companies that we're attracting to the region now. It really provides opportunities in a whole host of different ways. And so if you're a student at Carnegie Mellon University, you've got a great opportunity here. And if you're a student at Community College of Allegheny County, with whom EOS works a lot with, you've got a great opportunity here. And so I think that's what makes a project like this so impactful. It's a transformative project because it's not just one particular type of job that's being created. It's jobs across a number of different disciplines. And again, we're really uniquely positioned as a region to provide that talent to a company like EOS so that they can succeed.
Matt Smith, Chief Growth Officer, Allegheny Conference. I'm interested to know why, I'm not trying to be a jerk, why move from Jersey to this region? What's the advantage here, brother?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One, first and foremost, Carnegie Mellon University is here, and that is a resource for this region that you can't overstate. It's a globally recognized name. They're producing global talent, and one of the things that I always remind people of is companies like EOS and other companies that could do these projects anywhere in the world, and in some cases, companies that do operate across the globe but have Pittsburgh operations. Those companies are sending their most difficult problems and challenges to the Pittsburgh office to solve. And so I think first and foremost, that's a huge reason why a company like EOS would want to move their headquarters in addition to establishing the software hub in Nova Place.
Hey, man, how quickly is this going to happen, or is it already happening, Matt?
Yeah, the EOS is already operating 2 facilities in Turtle Creek. This will be an expansion that I know they want to get up and out of the ground very quickly. I think they're targeting the Nova Place relocation of the corporate headquarters for the later half of 2026. Nice. And I think it gets to the point, speed is of the essence with companies like EOS. They want to move very quickly. And I think it's a real testament to the work that Governor Shapiro has done at the state level in moving at the speed of business, getting our permitting system in a place where we can attract companies like EOS to expand here, because they know we're going to be able to move very quickly and move through the permitting process in an expeditious way so that they can get their product out to market as quickly as possible.
My man, I love good news, Matt, and it feels good, brother, and it creates hope, does it not?
It does, and we want to keep it going. We love landing. We talked about being able to land the Nippon U.S. Steel deal. We've talked about other investments, talking about EOS now. Our goal is to not view these projects as one-off. We want to create a transformative flywheel where EOS is locating here, but also EOS's supply chain is locating or co-locating here. And we want to make sure that projects like this not only are great projects at Nova Place, at Turtle Creek, and in Allegheny County, in Marshall Township, but we want to make sure that these projects are catalytic towards transformative economic growth across the whole region.
My man, Matt, thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Marty. Appreciate it.
I love good news, man, and that's cool. $250 million is nothing to sneeze at. And it's real, too, and tangible. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? The rain is really causing some heavier traffic and certainly some slowdowns that you might not otherwise see as we sail toward the noontime hour here. And some construction zone lane restrictions are still in play, even with the wet weather. And right now on the Parkway East, as you try to head toward the Churchill interchange, we have a lane restriction there that's causing some very slow-go traffic, backing at times almost toward the Rodi Road interchange. Once you get past that, we now have delays on the Parkway East right around Edgewood Swissvale. 28 southbound is a little bit congested at times between the 31st Street Bridge and the off-ramp for East Ohio Street or the North Shore Expressway. Parkway West inbound is slow right after you crest the top of the hill. Outbound is sluggish in that area, too. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Just got off the phone with Mark Sorreo, the man himself, Oakmont Bakery. Mark, want to make sure you know it is pumpkin time. Oakmont Bakery. Pumpkin cheesecakes, bagels, donuts, cookies, pies, cupcakes, scones, cake rolls, coffee drinks, the flavors of fall, folks. Love me some pumpkin stuff. At Oakmont Bakery, they do it right, where everything is delicious.
Steel City Shredding, Pittsburgh's premier local option for shredding and document management. We make it convenient with on-site shredding at your business or quick drop-off at our Strip District location. We also offer hard drive destruction, e-waste removal, plus new scanning and digitizing services to eliminate the clutter and boost security. Steel City Shredding, trusted, convenient, and 100% recycled. Visit steelcityshredding.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
Get your football fix every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show live from Dave & Buster's. Dan Zangrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Diulis Law, First National Bank, and by Guardian Protection, your hometown home and business security company. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information. Free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Battery manufacturer EOS Enterprises plans to move its headquarters to the North Shore of Pittsburgh and expand its existing manufacturing with the lease of a second facility in Marshall Township beyond its Turtle Creek plant, Governor Josh Shapiro announced this morning. The corporate headquarters of the publicly traded EOS will move from New Jersey to a 40,000 square foot space at Nova Place in late 2026. Also announced today will be the lease of a 432,000 square foot building in Marshall Township that will be used to expand its production line further. Also, after 2 decades at 555 Grant Street, Cooks & Pierce is moving its headquarters office across downtown Pittsburgh to 11 Stanwicks, CEO Corey Krebs confirmed yesterday. Cooks & Pierce, one of Pittsburgh's largest independent money management firms, is taking a 10-year lease for 10,000 square feet, about a 33% increase over its present space. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hope. Hope. I'm getting kind of excited. I'm going to go to the Steeler game on. Yeah. Sunday night. I am. I was kind of forced into it. I love the Steelers. I would watch them anytime. I just don't. I'm kind of lazy. And I don't have a lot of patience with drunks. And when they have a Sunday night game, the morons start drinking at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so they're full-fledged, full-blown hammered by the time the game starts at 8. I'm not complaining. I don't mind a good drunk falling down the stairs of the stadium once in a while. It's an insane contrast between a Steeler game and a Pitt game, football. Is it an older crowd that drinks more? I don't know what it is. Because we go to the Pitt tailgates. They're college kids. You don't see. I mean, they're drinking some beer, but not a lot of drinking. And at the game itself, I honestly don't know if I've seen drunks at the college game, at the Pitt games. Now, they don't have the same kind of crowd. Never, ever. No, Notre Dame will sell out. Notre Dame will sell out, but not at most Pitt games. It's just a cool. But the Steeler game on a Sunday night, oof, that could be brutal. And check this out. The reason why I'm going, as if you care, my boy Jimmy, big guy, 6'5", yeah. Military background, yeah. Federal prosecutor, yeah. DA, yeah. Big guy, big. Completely shaved, bald head. Trumper, like insane Trumper. And insane, obsessed Packer fan. Insane, obsessed Packer fan. Hey, Marty, this is how he talks. Hey, Marty, I'm coming in for that Steeler game. Hey, Marty, we going to the game? Jimmy, we're not getting in a fight, are we? No, man, I'm too old for that. Jimmy, you know, he's that guy that we need to fire offensive coordinator. But he says that OC needs to go. I'm like, what's OC? He also wears all that Packer crap. So I'm hoping, I'm not going to tell him because I'm kind of afraid of him, not to wear any Packer stuff. I was almost thinking about bringing my wife because he loves my wife and he won't get drunk and act like a moron in front of Christine. He has no problem getting drunk and acting like an idiot in front of me. The only problem is if he runs into some Steeler fans and he's a Packer fan, it could get ugly fast. And then I'm just going to run and hide. I am not arguing with drunk Steeler fans with a really big Packer fan with a Brooklyn accent. Think about this is, I'm not kidding you. And even funnier is he lives in Dallas with that accent. And he's a big-time trial lawyer. If I don't make it in here Monday, and if you hear about a radio personality jailed, it's me. It's Jimmy's fault, not mine. I'm excited.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Last month, my business cash flow got tight. Sales were slow. Invoices were late. And payroll was coming fast. My business is everything, and people rely on me. I can't let them down. I applied online at lenseek.com and had business funding in 24 hours.
Business moves fast. Don't wait until it's too late. Whether it's lines of credit, term loans, working capital funding, or revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply now at LENDSEEK.com.
Do you spend your winters outside the burg? Does your current Medicare plan offer out-of-state coverage? Marty here for MediConnect. It's a local, top-rated company. I trust them to answer your questions and other Medicare concerns you may have. The well-trained teams from MediConnect will sit down with you free of charge, explain all the different Medicare options available. And once again, it's a free service. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
49 with scattered light rain showers at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Governor Josh Shapiro will be in Turtle Creek this afternoon to announce a major investment. The governor's office says EOS Energy will move its headquarters from New Jersey to Pittsburgh and invest more than $350 million to expand its battery manufacturing operations in Allegheny County. Matt Smith, Chief Growth Officer with Allegheny Conference, shared his reaction minutes ago at KDK Radio's Marty Griffin.
And that's, really the game we're playing now as a region. We're shooting for these big transformative projects that move the needle for the region.
It is estimated more than 700 new jobs will be created. The two people killed Monday afternoon in Indiana County after being hit by an Indigo bus have been identified. 68-year-old Ronald Mabin and 39-year-old Christina Perez were struck around 2 p.m. at the intersection of Philadelphia and 7th Streets as they were crossing the street. This is the second fatal pedestrian incident on Philadelphia Street in the past 7 months. One person died and another was injured after being hit by a delivery truck in March. A man accused of beating two people with a baseball bat last week at a Westmoreland County convenience store has been arrested. State police say this happened on Thursday at Get Go on Route 22 in Salem Township. One of the two victims said ex-boyfriend Reno Roberts confronted and punched the pair before hitting them with the bat, apparently enraged about their new relationship. Roberts was arraigned and denied bail. With AI data centers becoming the economic hope of the future, a Washington County site is being marketed as an ideal location. Here's News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
Zediker Station is roughly 1,500 acres near the junction of Interstate 79 and 70. Now owned by CNX, it has a voluminous supply of Marcellus Shale gas underneath.
The top three criteria for most data centers are power, power, and power.
That's Dan Adamski of JLL shopping the site to potential buyers. It comes on the heels of the AI and Energy Summit at CMU this past summer, where tens of billions of dollars have been pledged to Pennsylvania.
We can't provide specifics right now, but I do expect within the next 6 months, you're going to hear some major announcements that would be considered as wins for our region.
The site is between two of the largest data centers in Virginia and Columbus, has 400 buildable acres, itself a rarity, and is close to brainpower from universities. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Fatheads picked up the Brewery of the Year award earlier this month at the Great American Beer Festival in Denver. The company also took home 5 medals, including 2 gold medals for its Battle Axe and Goggle Fogger beers. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up by 292 points at 46,999. The Nasdaq is up 16 points, and the S&P is ahead by 12. KDKA Sports, the Penguins are returning from a West Coast road trip to host Vancouver tonight at 7. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. Time to enjoy free play during October at the Bocce House of Pittsburgh. Visit boccehouse.com for more. 49, scattered showers in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
leading with support and a proven commitment to public safety, represent how Sheriff Kevin Krause effectively serves Allegheny County. Paul Martino here supporting the re-election of Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Krause. Kevin's respect and trust from the labor community and unanimous endorsements by city, county and state, public safety, and first responders are key reasons to re-elect him as sheriff.
I'm Sheriff Kevin Krause. I'd be honored to earn your vote on November 4th.
Paid for by friends of Kevin Krause for sheriff.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather, folks. It's October, crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows, time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or 2, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
It's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays with Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom window treatments. Call Lachina today for free convenient shop-at-home service, 412-665-4900, or visit lachinadrapery.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I really do. I think that if you don't find some kind of joy and pleasure or laughter doing this stuff, then you lose your mind, I think. And plus, we get a lot of satisfaction out of helping. Like I'm texting with Bill Artman, who's the chairman of Giant Eagle, and trying to get him to give us a couple hundred more turkeys. He's just a cool guy. I mean, he just is. And I have shelters here at food pantries, churches, all want turkeys, and hard to say no to that, right? It's actually kind of cool. And Artman sent me a text saying, how many turkeys do you want? He's the chairman of a company that's 32,000 employees. What's my point? My point is it's kind of what sets him apart, what sets them apart, is the magnificence of his leadership, and he also started as a bagger. We do all of our shopping at the same Giant Eagle. We've been going there for 25 years. They know us like family. And the pharmacies have been slammed with all the new scripts from Rite Aid. And this is a true story. I was there about a month ago, and they asked, I swear they've heard me talking about Artman on the air. And they said, can you ask Bill if we can hire some more people? I am not kidding. And I went there yesterday, pick up some scripts, and she said, hey, we hired more people. Thank you. He's that cool. Man, those people in those pharmacies work their asses off. Have you been? Damn. And they're so pleasant. It's hard, man. Very stressful. And they took on hundreds of thousands of new prescriptions. Hundreds of thousands. And their pharmacists and their techs are just cool. And they're kind. It's tough, man. Constant pressure. When this first came down and they were just swamped, I'm in this line, and all the stores had lines because they were overwhelmed, quite frankly. Someone dumps a couple 100,000 new clients on you. They were literally throwing prescriptions in bags over the counter, just hustling, man. And yet when you get up to, I'm not kidding, when you get up to them, they say, Marty, how are you? How's Rosie, the dog? How are your kids? Something cool about that. It's why I am biased about the service and kindness at a business. And so if people say I can save more at Aldi, okay, but I'm not doing that. There's something about the neighborhood store vibe that I get from our neighborhood store, and they know us, and kind of cool. Give my son a slice of cheese, kind of cool. If you ask me, that's old school, man. I think that the businesses that I know that work the best are the businesses that I know that have local connections. Like they have their finger in it. I saw it in our business years ago when I worked in a local television station owned by a family locally. We kicked everyone's ass because the owner was sitting there at dinner time watching it. If it was over by a corporation, for example, NBC in Dallas where I worked, they didn't care. Man, it was actuarial. It becomes money. And at the end of the day, when it just becomes money, when it just becomes money, then you're screwed. And the truth of the matter is that that's happened to a lot of businesses. Using KDKA television as an example, when they were local, like owned by Westinghouse, and Westinghouse was local, they kicked ass. Man, one of the best television stations on earth, and radio, of course, too. And now they're owned by Paramount, and they just sent out another note. They're laying off 10% more. And what happens is it's all actuarial, man. And I'm not disrespecting the business. They got to make money. But when it's locally owned, they don't care as much about the bottom line. They care more about the product, and they'll make some money, but not as much as they have to push the stock price. And so that's the deal with Giant Eagle. Artman started at the bottom as a bagger, and he'll stop off in the store and just walk through there and say, what do we need to do here? I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying it's a perfect place to work. Nothing is. Nowhere is. But it does work better when someone local owns it. So if I go to a chain restaurant, okay, that's fine. But if I go to Michael A's that JK owns, it's insane. The service, it's insane. He's there? All right. I'm transitioning here. I want to play this clip because this thing jumped off the map at me, and I got probably the best sports high school reporter I've ever seen in my life on the line waiting. But I want to play this clip first. Listen.
Like I should be doing 7 games, 4 hours? No, I don't. You know why I'm doing 7 games in 24 hours? Because there are fewer and fewer people that are willing to do this. You understand that? And most of the time, the people that are unwilling to do it is because of you people. So why don't you just grow up, please?
Play it again, please. And then I'm going to introduce Mike. Go ahead, one more time.
Like I should be doing 7 games, 4 hours? No, I don't. You know why I'm doing 7 games in 24 hours? Because there are fewer and fewer people that are willing to do this. You understand that? And most of the time, the people that are unwilling to do it is because of you people. So why don't you just grow up, please?
So that's a soccer ref, and the moron parents are annoying the hell out of him. And I've seen this firsthand at soccer games. I saw that exact thing happen. And the parent says, why are you doing 7 games in 24 hours? He says, because of annoying people like you. You all suck, and no one wants to ref anymore. And it's true. And it's happening every day. And I had to reach out to the man himself, the best ever, Mike White. Good afternoon, brother. How are you?
Hi, Marty. How are you?
This is not surprising to you, is it, sir? None of this, is it?
No, it's been going on for a long time. And, you know, I'd say it's gotten worse in the last 25 years or so. I mean, heck, I can remember writing stories on the front page of the entire paper. It's probably about 25 years ago at high school basketball game right here at WPIL. A fan, it was Deer Lakes. I can't remember who they were playing. A fan, a grandfather, one of the players came out of the stands and body slammed the referee right on the court.
I remember that.
Yeah, and sent him into the hospital with a concussion, an ambulance. And no, you know, Marty, I will say, you know, I even talked to the assistant director of the PIAA about a month ago on a conference call and asked him about the shortage of referees and officials in high school sports is still bad. And he said, no, it's not. It is getting better. Basketball is good. The biggest problem they have is in the junior high sports and maybe a few of the minor sports. The junior high sports that start after school, as far as games, the biggest problems they have there. But the biggest problem but they have a junior referee program now where you can take classes when you're in high school and be certified through the PIAA, pass the test, and you can do junior high games, while you're still in high school. And there are kids that are doing this. So it is a positive step in the right direction. But what you see there, Marty, it's a microcosm of what I think a little bit of society is nowadays. From the fact that, and I'm going to come on and say it, I think a lot of people have lost class. Yep. I think we've lost class, and we can say whatever we want because on social media you can say whatever you want and have social media muscles, and you can say whatever you want. And I think we've lost a lot of, I'd call it couth in this world, in this country. And and I think if you get together, if you get together 50 parents at a game at any level, they're going 50 number. There's going to be probably 5 idiots there.
Idiots is right. Idiots. Screaming.
Yeah.
Idiots. Hey, Mike, can you hang for a minute? Can you hang?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this only gets worse from here. The idiots in the stands.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
At Skechers, comfort is a technology. That's right. You don't just make a shoe and hope it comes out comfortable. It takes research, innovations, compounds, engineering, and so much more to feel so comfortable you'd swear you're wearing pillows on your feet. We have features like Skechers Air-Cooled Memory Foam and fits like Relax Fit, Stretch Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, and so many more to make the shoe feel like it was custom-made just for your foot. Plus, we have hands-free Skechers Slip-ins technology. Just step it and go. Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
I was sitting with the owner of Coit, Donald Sebastian, Saturday morning, seriously, talking about his business. My son was getting his hair cut, and I was saying, Donald, your folks at Coit are amazing. When they clean our house, it's perfect. He said, thank you. I said, I'm serious. And then he said, right now, 50% off drapery cleaning from Coit, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. 50% off drapery cleaning, 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. 1-800-FOR-COIT, 1-800-FOR-COIT, the best.
CBS Eye on Veterans from connectingvets.com. Successful entrepreneurs often discover their business concept while trying to solve serious problems. Navy veteran Alejandra Amegan founded Jacksonville Natural Healing after seeing the needs of her hospital coworkers during the height of the COVID pandemic.
So one day in a staff meeting, I was like, do you guys think we could designate like a area other than the bathroom where we can go cry and vent, work it out? And so I remember the hospital implementing these wellness areas on every floor. They were so nice. They put in a massage chair. So those things kind of said, okay, I'm on to something here.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Woo, yeah. It's Marty. I love the cool weather, folks. It's October. Crisp mornings, cool evenings. Folks, winter's coming. You know what I'm thinking of? Windows. Time for Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Right now, 2 windows get 2 free. No limit. 0% financing for 3 years. Insane. Top it off. Get an extra $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule this month. I love this company. 412-545-6003. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Remember, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Custom made, professional team installing them. Guaranteed expert installation. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Wonderful windows, wonderful company. Check it out.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So my daughter was a wonderful ballerina until she blew out her knee. Folks at ballet competitions never, ever yell about anything. They're amazingly cool. My other daughter, really good at track, really fast. Parents are pretty chill. My son is a pretty good swimmer. Those parents get crazy, like screaming weird stuff. But the most insane I've seen were the soccer parents at Chloe's games. The referee came over and told a whole group of idiotic, know-it-all, wannabe wealthy parents in Lexuses that he was going to stop the game and throw them out if they didn't shut up. And Mike White joining me here, best sports writer I've ever known with the Post-Gazette in high school, King. I think they're these entitled parents, Mike. They have no jobs, they have no life. They drive a Lexus that's $100,000. They think they're entitled to be jag-offs at these games because they pay for private coaching for their kids. Some of that too, right?
Well, no, there are a lot of them that are idiots that have jobs and have lives. So, but I don't want to paint a really bad picture, Marty, because there are still a lot of really good parents out there.
Oh, yeah.
There really are. And but I think it's just my personal opinion that the vitriol and the filter that has gone so much in our society as far as to sports officials and coaches too, from fans is something that has changed a lot in the last 25, 30 years. And
it's horrible.
I will say, again, I mentioned the PIAA part assistant director who directs the officials. Their officials, they're kind of coming back a little bit, but he said to me the number one reason that they do some surveys, the number one reason that people, the officials get out of it or don't want to continue or don't want to get into it is behavior from fans.
Right on.
And what they are subjected to. And especially, I mean, if you're going to officiate a high school basketball, football playoff game, you have to expect a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
That has been going on. But when you go to a 5th and 6th grade youth basketball game, people are just losing their mind. That's the stuff that's tough to take when these guys are getting maybe $40 for that game, maybe. It's just, it's hard to take, and that's why we don't have as many officials.
Right on. And I'll tell you what, and I thought about you because of what you said about social media. It's so bad. So there's a Minnesota Viking cornerback that in one game he had 2 interceptions and a touchdown. He broke every NFL record. And then last week he got burned twice, and they lost. And he got called racial slurs like you've never heard in your life. Death threats. In fact, he goes on social and says, oh, my God, the racism in America. And the point is, Mike, this carries over into hate and threats. And one more thing, the college jocks who miss a free throw and all these idiots that are betting on the game start threatening their life. I mean, it gets downright flat out dangerous, Mike. And it all goes back to what you said about social media. It's crazy.
Well, social media does have something to do with it. But, Marty, this was going on before social media became popular, maybe 10, 12 years ago or so. Sure. I mean, and I blame somewhat also on one of the things like the professional athletes too. Like I love the NBA. I love it.
Love it.
And I'm a big fan of it. And guys around here, I watch it religiously. And but like you see on there, I mean, I've even heard announcers like in the NBA, like nobody ever fouls. None of the players ever foul.
True.
Every time they foul, it just bugs the hell out of me. They go, what do you mean? Nobody ever fouls. And I think that carries down a little bit also to fans. But I think basketball is probably on the high school level, probably maybe the worst sport as far as the fans saying stuff to officials because you're close. Football, you're still pretty far away. In soccer, I'm talking the high school level, you're still pretty far away. But in basketball, you're really up close.
I'm watching this father on this video we're streaming blasting the ref while his son's on the wrestling mat, blasting the ref, knocking the ref off of his feet. Some of these parents need to go to jail, man, or just stay home, Mike. Jeez.
There's no question. And I think one of the things that one of those officials, I think if it's a youth thing, I'd say, you know what? Come on up here. I'm done. I'm going to give you the whistle.
Done.
You ref the rest of the game.
Knock
I'm going to
yourself
walk
out, brother. Yep.
Are you okay? Are you okay with that? You do that. I'll give you my money. You do the rest of the game.
Right on.
See what happens.
Hey, I'm a quiet guy. I yell on the air, but I've never get angry at a game about anything. I just don't. I can't.
Well, Marty, I coached basketball, 9th grade basketball, I have for years, and yeah, I admit I'm pretty passionate when I coach, and I do say some things to officials, but I don't berate them and
punch them, and tackle them.
Yeah, and if I'm a fan, I mean, my kids all played. You might say, "Oh, come on, that wasn't a foul," right. But you don't go ballistic. I mean, you see these AAU games. My goodness, I go to these AAU basketball games, and I need to take a shower when I get home because I feel dirty.
It's bad. Mike White.
Yeah.
My man, you are the best ever. You know that, Mike. ever. Ever.
Stop it, will you?
Ever.
Stop
Thanks, Mike White, the man. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Marty. Take care.
Peace.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Big news from Tri-State Office Furniture, now open. Tri-State Office Interiors, your only premier all-steel furniture dealer in the Tri-State area. Sleek, cutting-edge, all-steel furniture, design-forward solutions, 2 great divisions, 1 unstoppable company. Make your appointment to visit our new showroom in the heart of Pittsburgh's Cultural District. Call 412-771-0760 to schedule today. Tri-State Office Interiors, elevating the everyday.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 48 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Pittsburgh has been named one of National Geographic's 25 best places to travel for 2026, making it the only U.S. city on the list. The selection, which was curated by National Geographic's global team of explorers, editors, and photographers, highlights the city's vibrant culture and transformation from its industrial past. Jared Blocker, president and CEO of Visit Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio it's an incredible honor.
What Nat Geo told us that they were really impressed by was the investments that are coming into Pittsburgh, including the new Pittsburgh International Airport, but of course all of the public spaces that are being invested in, such as Arts Landing, the new Market Square, a lot of the other areas that are being invested in, such as Point State Park. All of those investments really stood out.
Pennsylvania's tourism department called it a game changer for Pennsylvania tourism. 2 state senators are pushing for a new tax on online adult content providers. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has details.
Democrat Marty Flynn and Republican Joe Picozzi are proposing a 10% tax on subscriptions to online adult content platforms. It would also apply to one-time purchases made on such a site. Flynn and Picozzi argue the new tax, on top of Pennsylvania's 6% sales tax, would guarantee that sites selling adult content are paying their fair share to the Commonwealth. The memorandum says it mirrors what they're doing in other jurisdictions regarding the modernization of the tax code so online businesses are treated appropriately. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
Governor Josh Shapiro's memoir is coming out in January. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has details.
The book being released on January 27th touches on the governor's political rise and the trauma of his home being set on fire. According to the publisher, Shapiro shares powerful stories about his family, his faith, and his career in public service. He was elected governor in 2022 and has become a prominent national Democrat, at one time on the short list as a vice presidential running mate last year. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 282 points, the Nasdaq up 14, the S&P 500 up 12 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Come celebrate Levin's huge anniversary sale with my friend Robert Levin and his team. Amazing savings, starting up with 80% off clearance and special buys, plus $105 instant anniversary sale discount on purchases of $9.98 or more, and 5-year special financing on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Let me repeat, save 20% store-wide, plus $105 instant discount and 5-year special financing. Levin's huge sale.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. Every week I change the message on our building sign, and one of my favorites is, "You're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream." It's so true. I was 63 on the day my daughter daughter Sarah, son Lester, and I realized a big new dream. We opened the doors to our family-owned investment firm. I'd grown increasingly dissatisfied at our Wall Street brokerage, pressured by the priorities of a big firm. We craved a more intimate environment where we could focus on what matters most, relationships with our clients. Sarah and I are certified financial planners, and Lester is a chartered financial analyst. We deliver big resources in a personalized environment where you're important to all of us. Firms turn over all the time. Advisors turn over. We don't. We're headquartered in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. We live here and we work here in the building that we bought together. It's our family helping your family. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Fall Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. I've known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment, they use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation at Voss, Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hills Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
What is life-changing medicine? The discovery of cancer at the earliest possible stage, challenging limits and transforming the impossible into reality, or connecting people to doctors and specialists when they need it most. At UPMC, we believe life-changing medicine is all those things. Our goal is to change the world of medicine and the lives of those around us. UPMC, changing healthcare, changing lives. Life-changing medicine.
This is Ron Schlau from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. We've been simplifying the home selling process since 2015. If you're thinking of selling, give us a call. We'll help you get the most money in the least amount of time. Call 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com for a cash offer today.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I grabbed the #1 bestseller, Selena Zito, on this one because I want her opinion, but I want to give you mine first. And then I want to play this clip. I think Trump tearing down that crap at the White House and rebuilding it is wonderful. I think him raising money outside of tax dollars and writing his own checks is magnificent. That's the way big boys do it. In my own personal view of the White House, I was there, toured the whole thing with my man, Ron. And Ron Layton took us through, and it was old to me. No disrespect to the magnificence in the history. It's kind of beat, kind of small. Trump wants it big and beautiful, and they're paying for it. $250 million. Listen to this clip. Listen.
That partially demolished building you're looking at is actually the east wing of the White House, which started to come down yesterday. And that took a lot of people by surprise because back in July, President Trump said the ballroom, quote, won't interfere with the current building. He said it was going to be an entirely separate building. But then a couple days ago, he reversed that, saying that the east wing would be demolished. He said everything out there is coming down.
We'll have the most beautiful ballroom in the country. You see the gold drapes? Right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. But that's a knockout panel, and that goes right into the ballroom, and the ballroom's going to be beautiful.
Mr. Trump says the East Wing, where the First Lady's office is located, is being fully modernized and will be more beautiful than ever when it is complete, but still no explanation from the White House, Tony, about why the plans changed.
Oh, who cares? That's enough. Have you ever done a remodel job at your house? Monday goes to Tuesday, and it changes on Tuesday. Here's my thing, and I'm going to grab Selena on this. One of my closest friends used to love NPR and now said to me yesterday, I won't listen to him anymore. As soon as something comes up about Trump, they twist it into Trump sucks. And they've twisted this into, oh, my God, Trump tore down a wall of the old beat-up East Wing. Oh, no. And then because he's paying for it himself and big donors are, oh, now they're going to own Trump. It always turns out into a screw job. And that's why people hate us in the media. In my little world, I think it's cool, man. 60,000 square foot ballroom. Hell yeah. If you've been in the White House, and I have, it's kind of small, kind of beat, kind of little. This is magnificent, as it should be. But in the world we live in, no matter what he does, it sucks. Selena Zito, fantabulous. #1 New York Times best-selling reporter. True, isn't it? No matter what he does, it gets twisted into Trump sucks, doesn't it? Right?
It does, and it's really, really sad. And I really want to point this out. The lack of understanding of history among reporters shouldn't stun me, but it does.
No, they're willful ignorance. That to do with the Google search, sister. Go ahead.
Yeah, it takes like 3 seconds to realize that actually he's not touching the original structure of the White House, which is what he said. He's touching this East Room, which was built by FDR and was built on top of basically where the presidential bunker is. It was built to house the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt's offices. And when for future as well as himself, bring diplomats and heads of state to the White House, that they will have a ballroom. Now you say, well, who needs a ballroom? Well, you know, most heads of states homes, which often double as where people are, and do have ballrooms.
Plus,
and you do want something that's beautiful.
Now they need it. Who cares?
I know.
This is what
I
the
know. And the whole
chase
thing
down all day. Why did he change the plans? Shut up. Just shut up.
Well, the other thing that annoys the heck out of me is all of these reporters that post photos of the rose garden and say that he took the roses down. He didn't. They're still there. Just because you take a photo that cuts them out doesn't mean they're not still there. And this is what the problem is with my profession. And it's so annoying because it makes it really hard for all the people who try to do the best work possible to report what actually is going on.
Yeah, but then when you you become the enemy. You're a bad person because you love Trump. Really, that's what happens. It's jagoff land.
It's really sad. It is. It's really sad, and I never thought my profession would get to this, but it's almost comical at this point. It takes like 1 or 2 Google searches to realize that this has been done, you know, repeatedly. I mean, Hillary Clinton tweeted today, "You can't touch our house. It's not your house." And I'm like, you renovated it in 1993.
She's a pain.
So
she's so annoying.
Yeah.
She refused to eat a Primanti sandwich. Once she did that, I was done with her.
I was there.
And all my friends, the cops that work with her, they said she was so rude to them, which really hacked me off. So I could care less what she thinks. All I think is, I thought about you this morning. It gets so stale. A guy goes out and raises $250 million, then he writes his own check, and that's kind of cool, but that gets turned into, now they own him. Okay.
Yeah, it's sad. And what is really, sort of what drives this is that the only argument Democrats have right now across the country is Trump bad, vote for us. Trump did something bad, vote for us. And that doesn't win new voters.
It ain't working.
It doesn't win new voters. And I mean, if you look at the No Kings
whatever that was.
Event, well, the thing about it was, I mean, the first thing that struck me was, outside of some of the pretty violent posters I saw, the thing that struck me is there's no new voters there. You look around and there's no one new. If there's no one new, that means you've got a problem coming up in the next election.
Where's the
because
momentum?
you
Who's
haven't
their leader?
earned new
What's
voters.
their point? I don't know, dear. I don't know. I can't wrap my arms around it. But if the best they can do is they messed with the White House, shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Everyone, by the way, whenever you go to D.C., call your local congressman or congresswoman and get yourself a tour. And I highly recommend it. The history is amazing. But you can also see what Marty is talking about. It does need a facelift. Yep. It needs a facelift probably every 4 to 8 years because of the amount of wear and tear that goes through it.
It's kind of small, too.
It is. It's very, very tiny. People don't realize that.
The phone booth, the press room.
The press room is so difficult. You've got like 400 people in a room that was built for 25.
And then the room where they make all, what's the big top secret room? What the hell's that room? We went in there.
The bunker downstairs.
It was really small. I don't know.
Very tiny.
And by the way,
They're
my
all
friends
pretty
that were
tiny.
Secret Service agents working there, they have to pay for their own food, which I thought was amazing, too.
Yeah. You have to pay for your own food. If you are covering something and they provide food, as a reporter, you have to pay for your food.
How about my
which,
boys
by
on
the
Air
way,
Force One, though? If
you
you're on
should.
Air Force One, Selena, if you're a Secret Service agent, you buy lunch on Air Force One, you got to pay for it. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Man. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think reporters should.
I'm glad you're available at last notice because I this is just ignorance by people just looking for a fight.
I will say, as a reporter, I should buy my own food. I should never get a gift from the White House or anybody that I'm covering.
He loves
and I
you.
never take it.
In fact, if there is a ball there, you'll be dancing with the president. Who you kidding, lady? Spare me. He'll be like, Selena, come up here. Please come up here and dance with Mr. Okay, Mr. President. Come on, you're killing me. Killing me. Love you. Thank you.
You are a lesser. Bye. Bye-bye.
Best.
Mark your calendars for KDKA WPIAL Selection Saturday. Presented by Penn West University at 1 o'clock. Listen right here on the flagship station of the WPIAL. Who's in and who's out of the playoffs for high school football. KDKA Radio is the only place you can find out first. Saturday at 1. High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So we're about to get our fifth Bowser car. That's not exaggeration. And I'm going to tell you why. For so many reasons. Number one, the way they treat you at the sale. To them, your family. And we got 3 brands. We got Subarus, plural. Hyundai, my wife has the Santa Fe, which she loves. Genesis, probably the coolest car I've ever had. And I get asked about it every single day. And when there's a service opportunity, when they need service, they pick up the car, they drop off another car, they fix the car, and they bring the car back, and it's with a smile. When there's an accident, they drove out of state to get parts to fix one of the cars that was struck from behind. Everybody's okay. And they fix the car to perfection. Look, man, there's a lot of family dealerships out there. Nah, there's one Bowser. There's one Bowser family, and everything they do is about family and taking care of you. The Bowser experience. It's absolutely amazing.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your traffic. So get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Save 77% on NordVPN and get 3 extra months.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
Gather up the season's best savings all month long during the Jim Shorkey Kia North Huntington and Wexford Harvest the Savings event.
Lease a new 2026 Kia Sportage for just $199 a month for 24 months or finance for 1.99% APR for 60 months.
Don't wait. The road to fall savings starts here. Your deal, your way. What a great day at Jim Shorkey Kia in North Huntington and in Wexford.
Visit us during the Kia Fall Savings event or call 609-735-6849 for offer details.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. It's going to cost you more to watch shows like The Pit, White Lotus, and The Gilded Age. The price of HBO Max is going up for all 3 tiers. It's the first price increase for HBO Max since June of last year. AWS, Amazon Web Services, is the world's largest provider of cloud computing resources, but it's now widely known as the operation at the center of yesterday's 15-hour mass outage, reminding the world of the perils of depending on a small handful of companies to deliver crucial computing and internet services. AWS is facing growing challenges from cloud service providers like Microsoft and Google, but the current capacity crunch at data centers makes it tough for anyone to switch. And gold plunged the most in a dozen years today, while silver had its biggest drop since February 2021 amid a broad market sell-off. A confluence of factors dragged down the precious metals, including positive trade talks between China and the U.S. and a stronger dollar. Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Sarah and Emirano and Summerlee just had a glorious news conference suggesting that they have housed like 600 people in housing and that they've cleaned up all the trails and there's no more homelessness and no more gunge and goop on the trails. I said it's magnificent. Okay. I have, and same with Gainey, said the same thing. It's amazing what we've done. Clear example of how we set a specific pressing goal. Government can solve the hardest problems we're facing. Okay. I don't, look, I challenge them. Let's go. Show me these houses. Show me 10. Show me 10 with families in them. Show me that aren't drug addicted, that aren't committing crimes in the houses. Show me 10 people settled in 10 homes that are killing it, that are happy, that are cool. Because I'm hearing and seeing And to suggest that the trails are clear, they're wrong. That's a lie. I mean, we'll walk it again tomorrow if they want. And I know they don't like to hear this because they won't come on the show because they're afraid. But I challenge it. Prove me wrong, man. Take me on a tour. Show me these homes. Show me 50. You don't have to show me 500. Show me 50 families and 50 homes. She says there are 600. Yeah. Show me 50. Show me 15. She said there are 622 people have been housed. Show me 22. Show them to me. They're in housing, not stuffed in a shelter, not on 2nd Avenue, not crapping on the sidewalk. Not trying to be rude. I'm just telling you what we see. I want to see it. And show me these trails you say that are clear, because they're gross. There's massive mounds of hundreds of tons of trash. Have you made progress on the trails? Absolutely. Is it better? Absolutely. But it's still a D minus, maybe a D. I was just down there walking it. It sucks. And I have dozens of emails in neighborhoods where they have moved these folks to this housing that Inamorado and Summerlee and Gainey are proclaiming is wonderful. And what people say is we're scared to death because now these folks that are homeless and mentally ill and alcoholic and have no treatment for anything, they're now living in our neighborhood and selling drugs at their house, and they moved all these homeless people in. By the way, we just saw this at our man's house on the South Side Slopes. Guy moved in and then moved 10 other homeless people in there, and they're all getting high, and they were selling fentanyl in there. I'm not saying it's all the county properties. I'm telling you right now, prove me wrong, Sarah. Let's go. Me and you and the camera crew. Let's go. Prove us wrong. Show me the houses. Show me the families. And then show me the trails, because then I'll show you my trails in my downtown, in my neighborhood. Where people have taken over, that you say you put in housing. People were scared to death. They moved in these families they say were homeless on the trails. They moved them into houses and didn't get them the right treatment, so now they're just getting high in the houses, and they've turned neighborhoods into hangouts for drug addicts. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Marty. I just wanted to mention when I was over on Liberty Avenue Sunday, I passed a encampment on an empty lot up by the cheerleaders' place. It's on going towards town.
I know exactly.
There had to be about 14. About 14.
Exactly. Yeah.
So unless they moved, they got a group there that's moved up there.
No, it's a big lie. This is my problem with it. I'm not saying that they haven't made a difference. They have. But to say that it's perfect and to lie and say you've moved, all I'm saying is prove me wrong. Prove me to be the moron. It doesn't have to be Sarah if she's afraid to be around me. I get that. I'm offensive. Pick anyone you want as our tour guide. Let's go. Let's go. Show me the people in the homes, and then show me the trails that you say you've cleared. Larry, go ahead.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, Larry.
I think somewhere along the way you've said, if I'm lying, I'm dying, right?
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem today is nobody wants to speak the truth. So she needs to be held accountable.
Right on.
And you're the person that can do it.
Let's do it.
Because you have the network and the cameras and the coverage to take her to task, because we're tired of people lying about what they did or didn't do, and it's not fair to everybody else that really does get something done.
I'm all in. And all I want is, and I'm going to reach out today, she has a really kind of a cool press person. I'm going to ask her. Sarah doesn't have to be there. She's afraid of me or thinks I smell or I'm offensive. I get that. But you show me. Someone show me. Some muckety-muck with a PhD show me. Show me the housing you move people into. Show it to me. Not all 600. Show me 6. Show me 5. Show me 5 trails you say you cleared, and then I'll show you 50 that suck. As one of my boys just sent me the note. You should see under the bridge by the homeless shelter. Hot trash mess. It sucks. It's disgusting.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know.
The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey folks, Marty here. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest for 3 years. Restrictions apply. Call 412-543-6003. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
So, John Perry, a Perry Calder law firm. John and I go back about 30 years. John says AI at their firm is attorney intelligence. Highly trained attorneys, highly trained doctors that investigate their cases. Some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania history. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200, 412-281-4200, where AI is attorney intelligence. Believe it. Perry Calder, the best.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 50 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. Governor Josh Shapiro will be in Turtle Creek this afternoon to announce a major investment. The governor's office says EOS Energy will move its headquarters from New Jersey to Pittsburgh and invest more than $350 million to expand its battery manufacturing operations in Allegheny County. Matt Smith, Chief Growth Officer with Allegheny Conference, shared his reaction with KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin.
And that's, really the game we're playing now as a region. We're shooting for these big, transformative projects that move the needle for the region.
It is estimated more than 700 new jobs will be created. Allegheny County marked a major milestone today, hosting a news conference to celebrate Day 500 of the county's 500 and 500 initiative. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
Launched in 2024, the 500 and 500 initiative set out to identify 500 units of affordable housing within 500 days to help transition people out of homelessness. Allegheny County Executive Sarah Innamorato credits strong partnerships with developers, landlords, and funders for helping the county not only meet but exceed the program's goal.
People at the end of the day, it was 622 people as of today.
Innamorato says 568 units have been secured so far, with another 83 individuals currently in the process of moving into housing. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
2 state senators are pushing for a new tax on online adult content providers. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has details.
Democrat Marty Flynn and Republican Joe Picozzi are proposing a 10% tax on subscriptions to online adult content platforms. It would also apply to one-time purchases made on such a site. Flynn and Picozzi argue the new tax, on top of Pennsylvania's 6% sales tax, would guarantee that sites selling adult content are paying their fair share to the Commonwealth. The memorandum says it mirrors what they're doing in other jurisdictions regarding the modernization of the tax code so online businesses are treated appropriately. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh has been named one of National Geographic's 25 best places to travel for 2026. making it the only U.S. city on the list. The selection, which was curated by National Geographic's global team of explorers, editors, and photographers, highlights the city's vibrant culture and transformative move from the industrial past. Jared Bacher, president and CEO of Visit Pittsburgh, tells KDKA Radio it's an incredible honor.
What Nat Geo told us that they were really impressed by was the investments that are coming into Pittsburgh, including the new Pittsburgh International Airport, but of course all of the public spaces that are being invested in, such as Arts Landing, the new Market Square, a lot of the other areas that are being invested in, such as Point State Park. All of those investments really stood out.
Pennsylvania's tourism department called it a game changer for the Commonwealth. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 354 points, the Nasdaq up 13, the S&P 500 up 15. KDK Sports, Penguins back home from a long road trip. They will host Vancouver tonight. Puck drop at PPG, 7 o'clock. KDK Radio News Time, 1:03. Time to call Fall Coit Clean. Call 1-800-FORCOIT and save 50% off drapery cleaning and 35% off all other Coit cleaning services. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Is your house ready for these changing seasons? Did you notice loose shingles, siding, or drafty windows? Is your deck wearing out? Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Deck. Sam and Calvin. They're great. You know how important family is to me. I love this family. The Cousins are talented, they're local, and they're honest. Call Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks now to get your project scheduled. 989-COUSINS. Check out their work at callthecousins.com. They're amazing.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi for Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks lousy, there's stains, cracks, a disgusting epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off a new Comer & Cross garage floor. That's 50% off, and guess what? Installation can be done by the holiday. But the 50% off an installation by the holiday offer ends soon. Here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. This is going to be your favorite home improvement project ever. Having a Comer & Cross garage floor, like putting a new car showroom in your garage, it's guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever, and they make it super duper easy. Their employees are pros. They don't use subcontractors. In and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. And guess what? They'll even take your stuff out for you. For the 50% off your new garage floor and installation by the holiday offer, call them now. And here's the number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will bring clouds and some sun. We'll have a couple of thunder showers as well, with gusty winds that can accompany any downpour. High about 60, a shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At the Pyatt family of companies, they're led by a passionate vision for the vibrant future that Pittsburgh deserves. From South Point to downtown to Esplanade, they bring bold, ambitious projects to life. That's why Pyatt Companies, Pyatt Sotheby's International Realty, Pyatt Hotel Group, and UFC Gym Pittsburgh proudly congratulate CEO Lucas Pyatt on receiving the Hometown Heroes Lifetime Achievement Visionary Award for his years of leadership. Learn more at Pyatt.com.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It's kind of tiresome because every time I text Sam Milligan, because Sam is our guy, insanely high quality, high ethics, high standards, a builder and remodeler. And every time I text him, it's some problem that someone's having. And I just wanted to do this, make this point before I get to him on this issue that we bring up every time. So one of my boys, who's a really highly regarded lawyer, sends me this note that says this contractor near Somerset stole $9,000 from his client who's in a wheelchair, okay? So I immediately go and just do a quick search to this contractor, this renovation company. And immediately, and this is just the Better Business Bureau, they're not a Better Business Bureau accredited business. Now, that doesn't, I'm not saying to you that means they're felonious killers, but I'm telling you, if that's a reg, and it gets kind of bothersome and troublesome to me, and on here weekly with someone getting ripped off by someone else. I gave them $9,000 and they left town and went to Vegas. Why don't people just do a couple steps before they write that check, sir? Why?
So one of the biggest errors I see, and we constantly have conversations, they get a effective price.
Nice, that's what it is.
From that, that's typically what happens. And yeah, and when that happens, you end up paying. They say there's nothing more expensive than hiring a cheap contractor.
Wow.
You know, because now you're paying almost double because that person is paid to get the work done. And if that work was done, they got to pay to get that on. Yeah, you end up paying more for paying less.
So really, it's not like you're buying a car, because when I go to buy a car and I get a good price on a car, the car's sitting there. I know it's a car that's made by a manufacturer. Yeah. So the deal's the deal. But when it's a contractor, somebody goes, ooh, this is a good deal. Boom, sign it and go. Oh, we got a good deal today, right? Right?
Yeah, it's sad because it's never apples to apples.
Nope.
And you're buying a promise is really what you're buying, because you're giving someone, especially if you give them a down payment, you're giving them money for nothing. And the only thing they've given you is a promise that they're going to show up on the date that they promised, to do the work that they promised at the quality level they promised. So you're buying a promise. And if that person's promises and their word shows up online that it's not worth much, then you're throwing your money away.
Sam Milligan, callthecousins.com, callthecousins.com. What's fascinating is if you do a simple check in civil claims, you find that this company has like 30 claims against them. All I'm saying, Sam, is Jesus. Just you want to choke people. Just take 10 minutes. But what you're saying is they just want to chase a buck, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, man, after, we see, I would say we see 50 to a week. Our guys go out, estimate 50, 60 projects a week. Wow. So we see thousands of people a year. And the only time we don't do that is because of price. It's never, we don't trust the company. We don't trust you. We don't like the product. Everyone loves what we have to offer. And it always just, anytime someone chooses not to do business with us, it is purely because, this guy down the street gave me a number that just looks too good to me. And more often than not, we when we check back in on those people, or they call us back to come out and fix what was done or to completely undo it, and it's sad. You want to get through to people so bad, and like, because I know, like, we know we're giving a fair price, and you know, we're delivering what we promise, and it's just frustrating when people get kind of pulled away by that cheap price.
Here's the other thing that confounds me, and I'm so glad Sam's here with the CNS. Callthecousins.com. Callthecousins.com. Something happens to people when they get in their 60s, and I'm not getting dumber. I'm getting more careful. But something happens to senior citizens. They get stupid in their 60s. They don't do any due diligence. They could be very successful in life. They do no background check. Yeah. They do no references. They want no photographs, pictures. They call no one. What the hell is that about seniors that get scammed all day long? I'm serious. Why? Why, Sam? Why?
Yeah, I hate to say it. I mean, older folks just tend to be more trusting.
I agree.
And if some guy comes in and he can talk real well and kind of put the show on, they'll trust them. And without, like you said, without doing that back end verification, and that's the saddest thing, because they do get taken advantage of the most.
I agree. And let me say this, because I got to ask him about this woman that he's kind of engaged with us, that we went into her house on the north side. But here's the other thing, my man. Once that money's gone, it's gone. Sam, I've chased these guys down the street. And I mean it, Sam. None of them have money. None of these guys have money.
Nope.
Ever, sir.
Nope.
9 different names, 4 divorces, all these charges, liens on all their crap. So my point is, you might as well chase those Nigerian scam dollars over to Paris, because you have right? I'm serious, man.
Yeah,
you can't collect.
It's gone.
You can't collect.
It's gone.
No, it's gone. It's gone. Hey, Sam, before I let you go, by the way, this guy does it right. He's young. He's engaged. He gives a damn. He works his ass off. Callthecousins.com. I promise you, he's the man. So we went through this house, and you went through this house on the north side. It's a wreck. Probably needs $500,000 in work. We touched base about a couple people looking at it to possibly want to buy it. Are your folks still looking at the possibility of buying it and working out a deal with her?
Yeah, they're still looking at it. It's a buddy of mine, Salvador, and his partner. I'm still waiting on the word from them, but they were going to be looking into it. So I'm hoping we can make something out of that.
All right. She's hanging in there. The problem is it would have been several $100,000 to fix, and not viable. Is it, Sam? Not viable at all.
No, I hate to think that she's even living in it right now.
Yep. She's kind of stubborn, to be honest. So am I, and I love her. But so we have a couple people looking at it, investors. We're trying to get the house bought, sold, and move her into someplace safe. Sam Milligan, callthecousins.com. Callthecousins.com. Thanks, brother. You're the man.
Thanks, Marty.
He does it right, and that's why we use him.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5, and you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
Our fifth Bowser car. That's not exaggeration. And I'm going to tell you why. For so many reasons. Number one, the way they treat you at the sale. To them, your family. And we got 3 brands. We got Subarus, plural. Hyundai, my wife has the Santa Fe, which she loves. Genesis, probably the coolest car I've ever had. And I get asked about it every single day. And when there's a service opportunity, when they need service, they pick up the car. They drop off another car. They fix the car. And they bring the car back. And it's with a smile. When there's an accident, they drove out of state to get parts to fix one of the cars that was struck from behind. Everybody's okay. And they fix the car to perfection. Look, man, there's a lot of family dealerships out there. Nah, there's one Bowser. There's one Bowser family. And everything they do is about family and taking care of you. The Bowser experience, it's absolutely amazing. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I mentioned this to Patrick this morning, and I don't know what it is, and I think Sam was right. I remember very distinctly going to my mom's house, and my mom was smart, man. But she would say, I spent 45 minutes on the phone today with a scammer. I'm like, what are you doing? And I think Sam is right. I think there's several elements to why old people get screwed more than anyone. They're not stupid. They're just a little bit of it. Because we've been in these houses, Patrick and I, quite a bit, quite frankly. They're lonely. They get kind of lonely. My mother-in-law does this crap. My father-in-law was a zillionaire, man. He created this insanely successful business. He got 2 credit card scams recently. I think it's somewhat what Sam said. You get older and you remember the old days where everybody trusted everybody, I think. Left your door open kind of thing. I think some of it is they get lonely. They answer the phone. I told my son this, and I live by this. I get zero scam calls. No, maybe one every month or so. Why? I don't answer the phone unless I know who it is. And if someone leaves a message, I don't know the number, they don't leave a message, to hell with you. And so as a result, you're not on some list. Oh, they answer the phone. They give out information. I just don't. I just have no interest in talking to morons about some opportunity that will never be real. So there's a couple things. And then there's the other thing. Older folks are swallowed up in this junk mail crap. And then they buy into the, we've seen this too, they buy into the lottery mentality. So they get this crap junk mail that offers them something free, and they think it's free, and they go for that crap. But by the way, it's the same with these shopping channels, these idiotic, nothing but crap shopping channels. My sister has piles of that crap in her house. Why? They sit on the phone, and they watch that crap come up on TV, and they buy it because they get bored. And what's my point? I'm always trying to figure out why senior citizens get screwed more than anyone. And a lot of those things combined. The other issue then becomes dementia, quite frankly. I'm seeing some of that happen in some of my relatives. They forget who's calling. They forget who they're talking to. They forget who they gave their credit card information to. And so there's 1,000 factors. I'm not picking on old people. I'm right in there. However, I ain't getting ripped off. I just have no interest or time. I'm kind of sarcastic with them. I never, ever trust the crap that isn't right in front of me, and I don't know them personally. And I beg you to throw that junk mail out, the mounds of the crap junk mail. That's why we get none of it at our house. None of it ever. We don't buy any of it ever. So if you have someone who's older, and when you go into your mom's house or your dad's house and they answer the phone when they don't know who it is, does that annoy you? It used to annoy the hell out of me. I'm like, Mom, who the hell is that? I don't know. Some telemarketer. Why the hell are you talking to them? They seem like nice people. Screw them. Hang up. Jag-offs. My in-laws, they're in Florida. They got jacked on a couple. They got jacked around on a couple credit card scams recently, for the very reasons I just stated. Tons of crap coming in, answering the phone when they shouldn't, kind of losing a little of that edge, the mental acuity, okay? Little boredom, a little, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. All that combined ends up in you're screwed. And what happens is we end up in cleanup mode all the time. So we go into a house. Well, for instance, this poor woman in a wheelchair who got scammed out of $9,000. We're going to go in and do the job. We will contract Sam to do it because you have to, because otherwise you're going to cry. They don't have any money, man. Can't walk away from that. You just can't. It kind of gets back to a lot of what we talk about with family and engagement and family and just talking to your parents about not answering the damn phone unless they know who it is. Seriously, same with, it's just real basic. They won't call you if you don't answer. It becomes this kind of, oh, they're not checked in. But if you do answer, then they'll call you 70 times a day from all over the friggin' world. And it's always what Sam said with the construction ripoff things. My buddy, a big job at the food bank, just got ripped off. Was it $8,000? From a guy he knew. He liked him. He seriously said to me, and Brian, this is public, so it's not like we're outing him. Ghoulish, a wonderful guy. But he said he gave the guy $8,000. He never came back, never did the job. And then after the money was gone, after the guy was gone, he found out he had an extensive criminal record. After, man. And it doesn't make sense to me, man. It's like these people buying homes without a home inspection, and then the roof collapses. Huh? When you do something like this without inspecting it, references, phone calls, Better Business Bureau check, even a criminal check, which you can do in most counties, then you get the right guy. If you don't, it kind of becomes on you. But it rips my heart out when a woman in a wheelchair comes to me and says, I gave this guy $9,000 and he never came back and I have no deck and no wheelchair ramp. Because it happens all day long. And that's where we step in, and the great people like Sam, and my man Steve Mazza with the Carpenters Union, and the Macero Construction, and PJ Dick, and companies like that step up and say, to hell with it, we'll take care of it. And they do. But it's not easy. It just isn't. It's very difficult.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Come celebrate Levin's huge anniversary sale with my friend Robert Levin and his team. Amazing savings, starting up with 80% off clearance and special buys, plus $105 instant anniversary sale discount on purchases of $9.98 or more, and 5-year special financing on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Let me repeat, save 20% store-wide, plus $105 instant discount and 5-year special financing. Levin's huge sale.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 51 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A man accused of beating 2 people with a baseball bat last week at a Westmoreland County convenience store has been arrested. State police say it happened on Thursday at Get Go on Route 22 in Salem Township. One of the 2 victims said ex-boyfriend Reno Roberts confronted and punched the pair before hitting them with a bat, apparently enraged about their new relationship. Roberts was arraigned and denied bail. Today, County Executive Santa Ana Morado celebrated the 500th day of the 500 and 500 initiative and announced the overwhelming success of the project.
And we have identified 568 units of affordable housing through this iteration of the program. So people are already living in 387 of those units, and another 181 units are in the process of being moved into, matched, or leased.
500 and 500 was an initiative to identify 500 units of affordable housing to move people from homelessness to housed within 500 days. In a major victory for student loan borrowers, the Trump administration has struck a court-supervised deal that speeds up debt relief and shields thousands from surprise tax bills next year. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
The Trump administration has agreed to resume student loan forgiveness under 2 key income-driven repayment plans, a major reversal after pausing the program earlier this year. The decision comes as part of a legal settlement with the American Federation of Teachers, which sued the administration for blocking debt relief promised in original loan terms. Borrowers on the income contingent and pay-as-you-earn plans can now again qualify for cancellation, but both plans will be phased out by July 2028 under Trump's proposed loan overhaul. The deal also ensures borrowers won't face federal taxes on forgiven debt in 2025, even after a current tax exemption law expires this year. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Pittsburgh has landed on National Geographic's 25 best places to travel in 2026. According to National Geographic's global editorial team, one of the big factors that went into Pittsburgh's earning that spot were all the investments that are being poured into the region, such as Pittsburgh International Airport and Point State Park. Visit Pittsburgh CEO Jared Bacher tells us that they were also impressed by our city's cultural scene.
So they look at Pittsburgh as really being a hub for arts, innovation, and creativity, and especially having something like the Andy Warhol Museum, which of course is a world-class museum, unlike any other anywhere in the world.
He says they also pointed to Pittsburgh's authentic neighborhoods as a reason why the city made the prestigious list. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 310 points, and NASDAQ down 21. The S&P 500 is up 7 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Do you spend your winters outside the burg? Does your current Medicare plan offer out-of-state coverage? Marty here for MediConnect. It's a local, top-rated company. I trust them to answer your questions and other Medicare concerns you may have. The well-trained teams from MediConnect will sit down with you free of charge, explain all the different Medicare options available. And once again, it's a free service. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple.
Basebor Learning Center is a Pittsburgh-based nonprofit organization that helps at-risk and disadvantaged people earn their high school diploma, along with various credentials to develop a career pathway through the workforce, higher education, and the U.S. military. Since 2003, Basebor has successfully helped over 25,000 students and their families by providing hope and solutions through a unique mind, body, and spirit approach that reconnects the disconnected while addressing regional workforce needs.
Fall in for some fall fantastic savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Fresh split chicken breasts are $1.99 a pound. New crop Honeycrisp apples, 99 cents a pound. And selected varieties of Tino's Pizza Rolls, 24.8-ounce packages, 2 for $7. Additional savings in our meat department. 85% lean, fresh ground, and jumbo sun-kissed navel oranges are 5 for $5. In the deli department, John F. Martin ham off the bone is $5.99 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Del Grosso pasta sauce, 15 to 24-ounce jars, 2 for $4.
So fall in for some fall fantastic savings at Coons Market. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Hey folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation at Voss, Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hill Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
More clouds than sun this afternoon with a couple of thunder showers. Gusty winds can accompany any downpour. We'll have a high of 60. A shower or two, low 43 tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show tomorrow, 5:30 until 10. We look forward to our weekly visit with Rich Fitzgerald in our 7 o'clock hour. Find out what's happening around the region in the 10-county area.
Thinking about this BS that Sarah's Inamorato's throwing out that she has 600 people in houses. I just want to see 6. I know her people listen. Show me 6. I mean it. Show me 6. Show me 6 people in 6 homes. We'll start there. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair request. I'm not trying to be an ass. Just show me 6. And they're like 54,000, I think. I'm going to find out here. Allegheny County. Family of 4. Let's do that. Family of 4 in Allegheny County. And then I'm going to talk about how much money you have to make to have a house. Okay, here we go. Median income, Allegheny County, family of 4. I thought it was in the 70s. It is. So the median income for Allegheny County is in the high 40s, low 50s, but for a family of 4, it's about 76,000. Okay, that's a family of 4. Why am I telling you this? Because that ain't jack. And I'm not trying to be an ass here. I'm not trying to demean you if you're not making 300 grand. I'm trying to give you some perspective here on this ridiculous pitch that we're getting people all this housing. So, the average, and this is what the realtors are telling you, the average, the low end of income you have to even get in the game to qualify for a house in Allegheny County, $120,000. Huh? Did you hear me? The median income family of 4 is $76,000. Let me raise it to $80,000. Okay? Okay? The median household income in Pittsburgh? Anyone? Anyone want to guess? Family of 4, $64,000. You can't, Patrick, where the hell are you buying a house for $64,000? In your neighborhood, which, by the way, Aspinwall is gorgeous, that ain't even the down payment, brother. I'm just saying.
No, that's not the entryway.
And by the way, that used to be middle class. Aspinwall was. Not no more. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
10 years ago, Aspinwall was probably around 100,000.
Right on.
Maybe 120 max.
Same with, by the way, same with Dormont.
It's at least triple that now.
In Dormont, $250. You can't live in a house. You cannot buy a house in Allegheny County on an income of $80,000 for $250,000. You can't. You just can't. You can't. What's my point? 1 in 6, 1 in 5 Americans can't afford a house. The highest number ever. There are 4 million shortages of homes. 4 million. Now, they'll tell you we have special programs and special financing. Maybe so. But to get the lowest interest rate right now, you got to have 20% down. Huh? You ain't saving 20% on $300,000 if you're making $76,000. You can't. You can't save $76. I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm just trying to make it real here that no one has the chutzpah. No one. Find me someone. Someone. Fitz, who? McCormick? I don't know. Deluzio, who? Who? Trump, who? Shapiro, who? Who's talking to the families out there that make $80,000 about where are they going to live? Where? So, to get in the game, you got to make 120. Get in the game. In the median is 76. Huh? In the median in the city is 65. Huh? So in the city, you're not even halfway there. Where can you live in the city if you make $65,000? Anyone? I'll take calls on that. Nowhere, man. Nowhere. Mom's basement. Go through the neighborhoods in your mind where you think you could live in the city on an income of $65,000. Find me a house. Anyone? Any real estate people, text me. Do the math. Do the math. Now, to even get a decent rate, you got to have 5% down. Decent. No one can do that. I'm not trying to bring you down. I'm just keeping it real. It's all over America. This is what I call the Great Divide. No one will manage this. No one. They'll just tell you how the average house is now $460,000. Okay. Which is like saying you're screwed. You're screwed. You don't hear Trump talking about this? Shapiro, no one. What's the plan, man? Where's the plan? Someone better figure out a way to... We're 4 million houses short. That's no BS. Someone, some big, powerful jagoff better figure out a way to build 1.5 million homes for people that don't make enough money to buy those homes. Hardworking Americans that give a crap and want a life. They can buy in. I'm just saying. No one's doing that. Why? My man Ron says North Braddock. Killing me, man. With all due respect to North Braddock. Sorry. Send me a picture, Ronald. North Braddock. With all due respect to North Braddock, someone better come up with a plan that gets people to make 75 to 100 grand into a home, or we're screwed. Because we can't put half of America in mom's basement. Because that's where they're living, man. Right now, I can name 10 young people living in mom's basement. Right now. And one of my cousins, who I love to death, Eileen, her son just got engaged. Guess where they're living? Mom's basement. Why? Saving money. My boy Rob, one of my closest friends, both of his sons, college graduates, where they living? Dad's basement. Why? Saving money. Maybe pay off their loans. Maybe buy a house. This is real. It's legit. It's a major friggin' problem. So Sarah can brag all she wants about we saved the world. Well, they didn't. No, the world's waiting for a place to live. Big time.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
So, John Perry, a Perry Calder law firm. John and I go back about 30 years. John says AI at their firm is attorney intelligence. Highly trained attorneys. Trained doctors that investigate their cases. Some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania history. Perry Calder. 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200, where AI is attorney intelligence. Believe it. Perry Calder, the best.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Each week, I'll take you on a dark journey through terrifying true urban legends, bizarre true crime cases, chilling tales of backwoods horror, and more. So if you're looking to join a passionate community of the darkly curious, check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, stay curious.
Open enrollment is here until December 7th. Will your doctors remain in network? Get free personalized Medicare plan comparisons from locally owned Need Part C right now. Top national and regional carriers. Medicare can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be with Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
Mark your calendars for KDKA WPIAL Selection Saturday. Presented by Penn West University at 1 o'clock. Listen right here on the flagship station of the WPIAL. Who's in and who's out of the playoffs for high school football. KDKA Radio is the only place you can find out first. Saturday at 1. High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Check this out. Hofstadt's Oakmont, one of my boy JK spots, has the Thanksgiving dinner for you. Dinner for 6. They make it. Orders have to be in by November 4th. Everything, salad, turkey, all the meat, stuffing, gravy, and dessert right there. Don't worry. Instructions for reheating included. Give thanks and eat good food from Hofstadt's. Hofstadt's rocks. JK won't mind if you tell your family you cooked it yourself. Hofstadt's Thanksgiving. Check it out.
This October, don't let a bone-rattling old ride spook you. Get into something new at Bowser's Subaru in Pleasant Hills. This October, take the fright out of car shopping with the 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, the SUV built for every adventure, no matter how chilling the road ahead. Lease a 25 Crosstrek Premium, VIN number SH335562, for just $289 a month. These October savings won't last. Get the Bowser Subaru today with credit approval and financing through SMFL. MSRP $30,161. 36-month lease with 10,000 miles per year, $1,099 due at signing, no security deposit required, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $477 applies. See Bowser Subaru for complete details. Offer ends November 1st. BowserSubaru.com. Bowser Subaru, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Hi, this is elder law attorney Carl Zachariah. Betty called me last week because her mother's in a nursing home and had given her $30,000 2 years ago. I told her that 5-year look back will not apply. We can get it fixed. Call Zachariah Brown at 724-942-6200 or visit PittsburghElderLaw.com.
Now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Battery manufacturer EOS Enterprises plans to move its headquarters to the North Shore of Pittsburgh and expand its existing manufacturing with the lease of a second facility in Marshall Township beyond its Turtle Creek plant, Governor Josh Shapiro announced this morning. The corporate headquarters of the publicly traded EOS will move from New Jersey to a 40,000 square foot space at Nova Place in late 2026. Also announced today will be the lease of a 432,000 square foot building in Marshall Township that will be used to expand its production line further. Also, after 2 decades at 555 Grant Street, Cooks & Pierce is moving its headquarters office across downtown Pittsburgh to 11 Stanwicks, CEO Corey Krebs confirmed yesterday. Cooks & Pierce, one of Pittsburgh's largest independent money management firms, is taking a 10-year lease for 10,000 square feet, about a 33% increase over its present space. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Woe is me, man. If you're trying to buy a home, I'm always talking to these builders and developers, and we get real estate guys on, and like Patrick was pointing out on the break, there's different financial plans, and some people get a little bit of a down payment for help, but at the end of the day, most of it is an impossible journey. If you want the truth from me, because I grew up here and I'm all over this town, in a decent neighborhood in Pittsburgh, 350 plus. In a decent neighborhood, in a good neighborhood in Pittsburgh, please, 550 plus. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. Squirrel Hill, forget about it. It's crazy. And I'm a Squirrel Hill nut. I love it. I love the restaurants. I love the culture. I like the multi-ethnic groups. I like the buzz on the streets. I love the soup, dumplings. But I'm telling you, man, a house will go for $600,000 in 2 days. Now, guys sending me notes like Troy Hill. Yeah, that's fine. And North Braddock, that's fine. But again, sir, all like fringy, a little bit sketch, fixer-upper, and even then, pushing over $200,000. It's rough, man. I got to get Thomas. He's been on hold all this time. Thomas, I'm grateful for your patience. Go, sir.
Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
I
apologize for being ignorant and leaving you there. It just hit me. I'm sorry. I owe you one. Go ahead.
No, you don't owe me an apology for anything here, dude. It's your show, man.
All right.
You know that term, pillars of the community?
Yes, of course.
Doing like what you just did, and having guests on like the guests you just had there earlier.
Yeah.
That's the part of the building blocks here for building pillars of the community.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. It really is. Okay.
Yeah.
The guest that you had on earlier, this company they're doing great things for the community that they live and work in. Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to. Right. I wanted to say something about that up front first there. In regards to the homeless community that has been the topic of late here.
Yes, sir.
I travel the Parkway from the Wilkins Township interchange all the way out to Roslyn Farms. Darn near every day.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. And I see it all the time.
They do.
Right there at the Mon Wharf.
Oh, yeah. It's gross.
Okay?
It's awful.
It is. The same people are there every day.
A lot of people solicit
every day.
Solicit there. A lot of the same young guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the amount of trash that's sitting there, that has been sitting there for months.
And hold on. I had a guy, Patrick posted for me. He was drugged out. I'm not being disrespectful, but he was standing in the middle of the ramp, man. I mean, right there on the highway.
Yeah.
Right where you drive. And we had to call 911 to get them to take him away because he would have been killed. It's that bad. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the same people.
It is. Apparently.
And what's going on with that? They know that they're there every day.
What you're saying is the biggest conundrum that I face. When I bring these people down there, we point out the same people all the time. They promise me they'll help them. They hand them business cards. They tell me they're cleaning up, and 2 days later, the same people are on the same king-size bed on the same bridge, and they just took a dump beside the mattress. I'm with you. I agree.
Right.
So I sent a message. So Sarah becomes a hypocrite and a false narrative that everything's fine and they're wonderful, because it isn't.
Right.
Exactly. Man up. Step up. Lead. Have some you-know-what. Yeah. I'm with you.
I sent a message there the other day there. I think you read it there. I wish that I could legally stop and safely stop there to pick up the trash there. If I could do that, I would.
It took us a month to get. By the way, it's a great phone call, probably the best phone call today. Ran out of time. It took us a month to get PennDOT to clean up one area where we went down and walked the walk. We're chipping away at it, but we're not going to stop talking about it. And we're going to find leaders who lead. And actually, look, I don't mind that Sarah said she put 600 people in houses, but that's not true. It's just not, man. It isn't. And I want you to, one of her people, she didn't have to come. She doesn't like me. That's fine. Get in line. But there are more people that care about making a difference than worried about what she's wearing in her video. But I want them to show me this housing. I just do. Prove me wrong. And then I'll prove you wrong. Because here's my thing. I'll take your walk to this housing you say you've created, and then you take my walk. How about that? Seems fair? Seems fair to me. Huh? Doesn't it? Anyone out there, Inamorado, Summerlee, any of those people that hate me, name call me. Fine. But let's let the camera tell the story. You show me the people you put in housing, and I'll show you the people you haven't, and the places that are horrible, that you cover your eyes and don't look at when you tell the world it's wonderful, that everything's Oz.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020.